Very good evening and welcome back to 7 Districts Ground. Ajman 7 Districts presents Emirates D20 match number 3 powered by Fancode. Is Ajman taking on Emirates Blues live and exclusive from 7 District Grounds here in Ajman. And these are the two matches to be played today. The first one, Ajman taking on Emirates Blues, and after that it's going to be Fujairah taking on Sharjah at 9:30 p.m. local time. Alongside me is Awais Ali. Welcome. Looking forward to another cracking day.
Well, thank you, Basgar, and good evening to all our viewers. Yes, of course, expecting two cracker of games. Ajman taking on Emirates Blues, and then later on in the evening, it's Fujairah taking on Sharjah. We saw a close encounter where they played Dubai in that crucial game.
It should be another wonderful day here at 7 Districts Ground in Ajman. The weather is quite pleasant. And the news from the toss is that Emirates Blues, they won the toss and they have decided to bowl first. Let's run through the sides where Ajman is led by Adnan al-Mulk. You got the left armer Awais Ahmed, Essam Matyurab, Hamdan Tayyar, the left-hander Hamid Khan, Lovepreet Singh, Mohammad Ismail, Saad Maqsood Saghir is in great form, and you got Soeb Khan and Wajid Khan.
Well, talking about Emirates Blues, it's Ahmed Tariq, Harshit Seth, Imran Ayaz, Kamran Atta, Mohsin Mohammad, Mohammad Shahid Iqbal, Nasir Faraz, a very dynamic all-rounder, Naveed Ahmed Khan, Usaid Amin, Wasim Akram, the left-arm speedster, and Zohaib Mohammed. So quite a young side if you talk about Emirates Blues compared to Ajman, where we see a lot of star-studded names. If you talk about Ajman, Lovepreet Singh, Mohammad Ismail is there, Saghir, Adnan al-Mulk, so star-studded lineup.
The two umpires are walking out to the middle, and we are looking forward to this contest. A nice breeze blowing across the ground, and it's a bit gloomy as far as a little bit of cloud cover as well, and the lights will take effect. Will it swing? That is the big question early on with the new ball.
Well, even in the previous encounter yesterday, we saw the bowlers early on with the new ball. They were getting initial movement, especially with the new ball. So that is one area Team Emirates Blues, they would want to capitalize and cash on and use this wicket to its full potential. Pitch the ball up. That should be the right approach. That is where you can get those outside edges going and get wickets early on.
Absolutely, and yesterday 2 games, both teams won chasing as well, so that will be playing on the minds of the captains going forward in this tournament. We have seen the batting getting easier as the game and the day progresses, so it's a good toss for Blues to win and bowl first here.
Yeah, absolutely, Asghar. If you talk about the second game which was played yesterday between Sharjah and Dubai, well, Sharjah posted a mammoth total 208, and what happened after that? Dubai, they went on to chase that. Who would have thought that young side, they did so well and chased down that score 2 balls before. What a phenomenal chase that was.
Absolutely brilliant. It was Ronak Panoli's show at the top with the 83, and then Aftab Raili playing a sublime knock of 50 odd, getting the job done. And we are really looking forward to another day here in Emirates D20.
Well, one thing is for sure, Asghar, that it is a belter of a track. And why do I say that? That is not what I say. The stats say already 32 sixes have been scored in this ground. So there's no demons as of such in this wicket. It's just that with the new ball, you need to be a little careful. But as the day passes by, the ball really comes onto the bat nicely.
Oh, absolutely. This is a belter of a track, like you mentioned, and we have always seen plenty of runs scored, whether it's a 50-over format or a 20-over format, plenty of runs on offer for the batters. It's just that new ball is always, can swing it around. And this man is a great exponent of new ball bowling, especially Wasim Akram, the tall left armer, you being himself the left armer, and it's one of those most difficult angles for the right-handers, certainly if he gets it to shape it back into the right-hander.
Yeah, quite certainly, and that is what we'll see Wasim Akram doing. He has that knack of picking up wickets early, and he has that nice in-swinger coming in towards the right-handers. And usually we don't see him putting that extra effort, especially with the new ball. What he does, he just comes in smoothly and releases the ball and pitches at the right area. So there you go, Kashif, the umpire on your screen. And we are all set and in readiness for this important clash between these two teams. It's going to be Ajman taking on Emirates Blues.
Match number 3 of the tournament is just about to get underway. And possibly the umpire is just waiting for the clock to take over. And we are all in readiness with the first delivery of the contest. Is going to be Wasim Akram. Play, says the umpire. Oh, just down the leg side. The hint of swing in the air, but line wasn't quite great.
Yeah, this is certainly going to give a lot of encouragement early on to Wasim Akram. That ball did swing sharply. Let's have a look at the field setup he's got. He's got a deep third man, a deep fine leg, and he's got a slip in place. So the idea should be to pitch the ball up, anything shorter, and it's going to be punished.
Good captaincy, attacking with that slip cordon, slip in a gully. Full delivery, and Adnan misses out on an opportunity. That was a juicy full toss, but nevertheless gets off the mark.
Well, I've seen this a lot when the left arm bowlers are in operation, especially when they're bowling with the new ball. They try to go for that glory delivery, which comes in really sharp towards the right handers. They're trying to hit the pads and try to knock off the stumps, and that is where they just lose their line and length. And I think that is exactly what happened there to Wasim Akram.
I think that the trend was set by Mitchell Stark, and then Shane Shah Afridi at his full peak. He was lethal, those kind of deliveries. And it's a game where you have role models, and a lot of youngsters, they try to go full and look to knock over the stumps early on.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that should be the right approach, considering, as you rightly mentioned, Asgar, there's where you can get those early swings in your favor. You can try to wrap those pads up and try to get those LBW going in your favor. It's going to be interesting how Wajid goes about.
Not an easy delivery to bowl with the new ball, especially that Yorker is a tough skill to execute with the brand new ball. Oh, beautiful delivery, and he had no clue about that one, just playing down the wrong line and narrowly misses the outside edge. Top stop here from Akram.
Yeah, this is a good comeback delivery after a couple of wayward balls. He's finally found his length there. And if he can just consistently keep on doing this and keep on pitching at this right area, I think he's going to find a lot of success early on with the new ball.
Absolutely. He's got to be patient as well and try to just hit that length more consistently. Have his chances. Wajid drives and gets through. That might be the first boundary. Yes, it does. Pierce the field perfectly, and Wajid is away.
Yeah, this will certainly release some tension and early nerves for Wajid. A bit of width provided at this occasion by Wasim Akram, and he's driven it beautifully into the vacant area, and he will get his first boundary in this innings.
A superb stroke. After getting beaten in the previous delivery, perhaps Wasim just over pitching slightly. And such a good wicket to bat on. You can hit through the line. He goes short and he cramps him up and just gets high on the bat. Fetch him a single.
Yeah, took him by surprise. That was a very good delivery. Just got big on him in the end, but did well to just guide it beautifully for a single. And that should be the right approach after you hit a boundary. Do not try to just force the issue and try to look for those boundaries and maximums. Rather, keep rotating strike.
Such a good batting wicket. The only threat is with the new ball. If you can get through as an opener for a couple of overs, there's plenty of runs on offer. Full toss and creamed away through the offside. This is loose stuff here from Wasim Akram. Adnan is not going to miss out on deliveries like that.
Well, they say Christmas is far away, but he's already given him a gift. That was a juicy full toss and 4 runs written all over it. All he had to do is just middle it, and he's found the gap to perfection. So 2 boundaries coming in the very first over, and Ajman are going along really nicely. Have a look at that. Terrific bat speed, excellent flow. That's a good over for Team Ajman. 11 for no loss after 1.
11 for none. It's a very good start for Ajman, and Wasim Akram just not quite at his best in the opening over. And now it's going to be Mohsin, who has the ability to swing the ball as well. Good young fast bowler. Bowling to the left-hander. And this is in the air. Third man and taken. So first breakthrough here for Emirates Blues. Mohsin striking with his first delivery. Outside edge. Wajid was looking to go big. That's the first blow.
Well, this is a dream start for Mohsin. Pitching the ball in the right area, a hint of away movement, and Adnan trying to go for a big shot, not getting it from the middle, slashing it in the end, and he's taken a safe catch.
Wajid, he's got his instincts to look to play those big shots. Unfortunately, gets it wrong, and at the outside edge, that's the end of Wajid for 5. It's 11 for 1. Eleven for 1. Wajid had to go for that shot and got it slightly outside the edge. And good catch at third man. It brings another left-hander. So they're continuing with left and right-hand combination. It's Amdan Tair, who normally bats as an opener here, slotted in at number 3. What a start here from Mohsin.
Here, Wajid just trying to apply pressure early on, and Mohsin trying to take him downtown on his very first delivery. But in the end, he's lost his wicket. So Mohsin is certainly on cloud 9.
Good delivery and nicely played as well. Gets off the mark with that single. Amdan Tair is technically pretty solid, so he's someone who can bat for a long period of times. And Ajman, after getting a decent start in the first over, losing a wicket, now they have to rebuild and get settled at the crease, these two.
Yeah, often we see Hamdan Tahir coming at the number 1 position, opens for his teams, and usually just gets carried away and throws his wicket away. Technically very sound batter, but then again, I think he's got a perfect opportunity today. So come in way too early, so got all the time to settle in and get his eye in the middle.
Absolutely. Adnan al-Mulk on strike. Good delivery, that in swing there, and shy at the bowler's end, and it's not going to be on overthrows. Good backing up.
Yeah, really well played in the end. It was targeting the stumps, in swinger by Mohsin, so playing a very careful and a watchful shot, not trying to hit too hard, just tapping it and taking a single. I think that's the right way to go about.
Good stuff from Mohsin as well. I think perfect conditions, a very good toss to win. A little bit of cloud and nice breeze blowing. It's early evening here in Ajman, so good conditions to bowl. And so far Mohsin is bowling a wonderful length, wonderful line as well. I'm surprised they're not having a slip in for Ramdan Tair, because he does angle the ball across the left-handers. That is natural stock delivery is the in-swinger and away from the left-hander. Now they got a slip in as well. So that's good captaincy. Good delivery, beautifully played as well. I think it hit the stumps or on the way. Not quite. But showing the full face of the bat, that's good technique.
Yeah, it was a very confident looking shot, showing the full face of the bat. Technically a very sound batter. But just the wickets coming in the way. Otherwise, I think that was going all the way for a boundary.
Right idea from Mohsin as well. He's prepared to get driven, and that's not a bad idea with the new ball. But he's giving himself a chance to find the outside edge or something which nip back in. Oh, very good delivery. Played inside the line as well. This is probing stuff from Mohsin.
There you can see that he's not using his feet there, Asghar. The front foot just getting caught onto the surface, onto the crease, and just playing away from his body. And that was the reason he just completely couldn't come onto the line of the ball. But nonetheless, this is turning out to be a very good over though from Mohsin. Already has picked up a wicket and is bowling in those perfect channels.
Yeah, superb length as well. Maybe Adnan was expecting that in swinger, just held its line. Right on the money and solidly played from Adnan as well. It's 14 for 1 after 2 overs, Ajman.
Well, it has been a watchful start by Hamdan Tahir since he's walked in. He's looking pretty confident. Now both these batters, they need to cash on to these next 4 overs. Oh, he's knocked the stumps over. What a brilliant delivery. Bang on target. And Hamdan Tahir will have to go back.
When Wasim Akram gets it right, he's real handful, and that was a wonderful delivery. But it will be interesting replay to see. I just feel that Amdan was a bit caught on the crease. That front foot never moved and got right through. For a top order batter, I think he should have done a lot better.
Well, Asghar, I don't blame the batter there. That was literally an unplayable delivery. A ball which is going to be really good for any batter in the world. Hamdan Tahir was looking very promising. Will now have to go back after scoring just 2 runs. 14 for 2. Well, this is a brilliant start here from Emirates Blues. Already 2 down. And the latest victim was Hamdan Tahir. A tremendous delivery of Wasim Akram. Bang on target. And that's what you need as a pacer, Asghar. You don't really need that huge movements early on with the new ball. Just the slightest of movements. And that is enough to beat the bat and get those edges in your favour. And just that was what we saw the last delivery when he got the wicket of Hamdan Tahir.
Oh, absolutely. Especially when you're new to the crease, it's tough to negotiate such deliveries. Outside edge and nearly carried to the fielder, just avoiding those two fielders and went in between. Saad, little loose. Wasim Akram, his own song here.
And that was the delivery. Look at that. Hint of movement, and Hamdan Tahir had no answers whatsoever. A top class delivery from a top class bowler.
He's wonderful to watch. Wasim Akram, when he gets it right, there's not many batters who can cope up with this sort of movement. It's a great toss to win for Emirates Blues, and they're making full use of this new ball. Look at that, came back as well. Big shout as well, but I think there's a bounce and movement. Missed leg stump.
Yeah, he started off a little wayward, Wasim Akram, in the first over he bowled, but now he's finding the perfect line and length, and still he's getting that inward movements towards the right-hander. So now Adnan and Saad, they should realize that he is bowling brilliantly here. Not try to target, not to try to play those big shots, rather just see off his over.
Absolutely. He's the major threat, and they got to see him through here. Adnan has got to watch that full swinging back delivery from off to leg. Oh, that one went the other way. That is superb stuff here from Wasim.
Well, he's getting his basics right here. All he's doing, he's pitching at the right length. He's got a slip in place, a gully, short catching cover. So might as well just take that mid-wicket field, short mid-fielder, and take him in the offside position. Just pack that offside region and then entice the batter to play towards the offside.
He's certainly attacking, that's for sure. He's got a slip, he's got a deepish gully as well. So he is threatening to attack both edges of the bat. Oh, that was followed up with an in-swinger and a direct hit as well in his follow-through. Adnan is back in his crease.
This has been a terrific start by Emirates Blues. They're playing their first game, and both the bowlers are now bowling in a very good rhythm at the moment. Wasim Akram, have a look at those figures in this over. Has got brilliant bowling.
Absolutely fantastic. I think first over a bit of loosener stuff from him. Touch wavered, but he's got his length back. He's got his mojo back, and he's threatening to pick up another wicket here. This is a crucial delivery for Adnan to see him through here and get through this tough phase. This time he drives and he finds the gap. That's a amazing shot, beautifully timed as well. Not worried about the swing. The length was slightly fuller and he pounced on it big time.
But he was bowling a brilliant over, but then this last delivery offering a lot of width on the offside and brilliant shot. Gorgeous looking stroke. Always wanted to play along the carpet, and he's got 4 runs into his tally. Rightfully so, Mohsin gets another goal. He's going to be continuing alongside his partner Wasim Akram. Both the Pacers are putting up a show, and both of them have got an early breakthroughs for them. So testing times now for the batters in the middle.
Right on the money and a shy at the stumps from is Nasir Faraz there with a direct hit. And he's clearly pumped. He's one of the best fielders and this could be curtains here.
Well, we can see they're already celebrating in the middle. They've already lost a couple of wickets before, and that is a brain fade, I would say, not required. There was never a single there, but then again, excellent pick up and throw. Let's have a look at this. Nicely bowled onto the money and nice pick up, and there you go. Bullseye is not even in this picture, and that is not looking good now for Team Ajman.
And that is great piece of fielding, great anticipation as well. Came in so quickly and hits the stumps. Disappointment for Saad. He will have to depart early here. It's 19 for 3. Ajman really struggling. Nineteen for 3 in 3.1 overs. Uwais Ali is not looking great for Ajman.
Yeah, it's a disastrous start for Ajman. They're playing their first game, and you never want to be in such a position when you're playing your opening game in such a huge format. And the last wicket, well, that was suicidal, not required at all. As I mentioned, they were stuttering along. They've already lost 2 wickets. They're under the pump, under pressure. And what they do is they lose another wicket, and that too in a form of a run out.
Absolutely disappointing. Little mix up, and there's no need to go for that one. What a start here for Emirates Blues. And I'll be inclined as a captain. If I was a captain, I'll go one more over from Wasim and look to really get into that middle order. They're already 3 down, and this is the ideal time. The ball is swinging, and you can really make those inroads here with that new ball. Mohsen partnering with Wasim Akram, they are doing a fantastic job, and the fielding is living up to the expectations as well. Nasir Faraz pulling off a blinder. Oh, outside edge. Oh, pass slip as well. This is top class stuff and good bit of work at third man. Some soccer skills from Wasim, but that was so close to the slip as well. It's all happening here.
Oh, brilliant delivery. Almost getting another wicket in this over. Trying to play an uppish shot, getting a thick outside edge. And I think I wouldn't mind them having another slip there, Asghar. They're already gotten 3 wickets, so might as well now just try to wrap up this innings as quickly as they can. Get another couple of more wickets and expose their tail early.
Oh, absolutely. They can afford to take those chances. And Lovepreet is new to the crease. Adnan has faced 10 deliveries, but the ball is just doing enough to keep the bowlers interested. Onto the pass, beautifully timed from Lovepreet. He's so strong in that area, and that is a wonderful shot to get going. Beautifully whipped.
Yeah, that's a confidence booster shot coming in from the blade of Lovepreet. He's just faced his first delivery and he's flicked it beautifully and dismissing it from his presence, trying to target the stumps there. But there you go, he got into an excellent position, and this outfield is lightning quick. It has travelled to the boundary in no time.
He's a wonderful young player to watch. Stylishly done. The great thing about that shot, that balance and that head position was really in top position to play that one. Full toss. Doesn't find the gap. Mohsen is attacking the stumps here.
Yeah, he's missed out on that. That was a juicy full toss, driven nicely, but just didn't have enough power behind that shot. Lovepreet, we know he's a very talented cricketer, and he's coming way too early. Usually we see him coming after the 10th over, after 15th over, likes to play those big shots, but then he's been sent in early, and he's got a huge responsibility now on his shoulders. They can't afford to be losing any more wickets from here onwards.
Onto the legs and beautifully whipped away. That was a loosener, and he's too good a player to miss out on those. That's another boundary. So Mohsen just getting carried away.
Yeah, this is the first time in this innings we are seeing a bowler trying to bang it short, and it has not worked. That was a hit-me delivery. The line was wrong, onto the pads, onto the leg side, and all he had to do is just swing his bat, and he's gotten another boundary in this over.
That's where you can't get greedy as a bowler. Yes, you want to be attacking, but you have to have the patience as well. Keep hitting those lengths more often than not and make the batters work for their runs. Just like that. 4 overs gone, it's 28 for 3, Ajman.
Well, that is the batting card for you. Adnan came out to open, still in the middle, looking quite confident since he's walked in. Apart from that, Wajid, Hamdan, and then the last victim was Saad. It was a brain fade, I would say, just getting himself run out. Was never a run there. Lovepreet, well, since the time he's walked in, has looked quite confident. Not much of batting to come, just Hamad and Isam, and then they will be running into the tail.
Well, this is a very important partnership. And Wasim continuing rightly so. Oh, threatening to hit those pads. Another shy at the stumps. Oh, what's happening in the middle between these two?
Yeah, they need to be very careful. As I mentioned, the last wicket was in a form of run out, and there could be another one there. He's done well to come back. So, Wasim Akram, well, he's bowling really well here, Asghar. He knows that he's still getting that in swinging going in his favour. So, he's keeping things very simple. He's not trying to bowl express pace. All he's doing is releasing the ball at the right areas. And all the batters have to do not pray across the line.
Absolutely. Oh, this time beats him. They are up and shouting with nothing done. As far as the bat is concerned, it just brushed the turf. That was a full-length Yorker. Yeah, you rightly pointed, Wes, that Wasim has got his mojo, he's got his rhythm, and he's just doing the basics right. That's all you need sometime. In the previous over, Mohsin was bowling really well, but a couple of times he got a bit greedy. One slightly over pitch onto the pads and short. That releases a lot of pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. It's an art, I would say, Asghar, when you're bowling with the new ball. You have to be very precise. There you go, beautifully bowled and nicely played. Just opening the face of the bat. It's going to be another dot ball. So 3 back-to-back dot deliveries coming in.
They got 2 boundaries in the previous over. Despite that run out, now they got to be smart to see him through 3 more deliveries of Wasim Akram, and I think they'll hold 1 over back for the death overs. So this is crucial for Adnan to see him through. They can, after the power play, still they got 1 more over left, so perhaps they can target the other end, see him through here. Oh, that is a cracking of delivery here. Beats him on the outside edge.
Well, how do you play those? He's asking a lot of questions now to Adnan. That is the 4th dot delivery on the trot. They are pretty much aware that Wasim Akram has been giving the 3rd over to pick up another wicket. So that is where they need to be smart and just bring all the game awareness into play. Couple of deliveries, might as well just give him a maiden, but see off is over.
To do that, you need a little bit of luck at times when you're facing such high quality fast bowling. Hope that you're able to play straight down the line, and if one swings, you're able to miss, but you not get an outside edge.
Well, this has been a tremendous over, a treat to watch. Wasim Akram is certainly putting up a show. Tremendous left arm fast bowling, pitching at the right areas, and he's been very, very brilliant tonight.
Outstanding stuff. Really testing the batters with skill. And it brings in the danger of threatening both edges of the bat. With that in swing, you can hit the pads, those stumps, and one holds the line. You bring the outside edge into play. Round the wicket, last delivery, and it's going to be a wide. Just changing the angle and trying to offer something different to Adnan. That's the first time he's gone round the wicket. And that delivery didn't came out right from his hand. 29 for 3. Excellent task to win. And the opening bowlers, Wasim and Mohsin, responded beautifully. This time, beautifully played. Punched off the back foot. There was a touch of width, and Adnan pounces one more time. Picks up another boundary. 33 for 3 after 5 overs. And it's going to be change of voices in the com box. Samir Yunus and Ahmed Khawaja will take you through to the next half of the innings.
Thank you very much, Asghar Khan and Oais Ali. Emirates Blues with a dream beginning here. The fast ball is getting plenty of movement under the floodlights, using that breeze to great effect. And the Ajman top order, apart from the skipper, has been blown away. And Shahid Bhutta, another very quick bowler, coming on for Emirates Blues. Long run up, plenty of pace. Beautiful drive through the covers. Lovepreet Singh Bajwa has creamed that into the fence as I welcome Samir Yunus alongside me.
Yeah, good evening, Khaja. Good evening, everyone who's tuned in. What a good start to the over. It's been a real mixed bag, hasn't it? Some nice looking shots on a good batting track, but they've lost too many wickets early on, and that should put them on the back foot. But shots like this will allow them to come back and create a partnership. That's what they need here, a decent partnership. Then they can pick up the momentum once they're settled in. On this track, there's runs to be made.
Oh, absolutely. Another firm, punchy off drive. Those are the kind of shots that got him capped by the UAE. Lovepreet Singh Bajwa on the outside looking in at the moment, Samir, but very, very skillful and talented player.
Yeah, a couple of shots now we've seen presenting the full face of the bat. That's hallmark of a good batter generally. Very confident in his shot making, measured approach, not looking to hit it too hard. And that's what's required right now from Ajman. They cannot afford to lose another wicket here.
Certainly need a long stand here for the fourth wicket. Nicely whipped away off the pads. Just use the pace of the bowlers against them. And that's exactly what Lovepreet is looking to do. And we have seen that it's a chase-friendly venue, the 7 District Sports Club. So they need about 170, 180 bare minimum.
Yeah, batting does get easier as the night goes on. Already, this doesn't seem the kind of wicket that you lose 3 wickets inside the power play. It's just been very good bowling from the fast bowlers up front. Of course, there was a run out as well. So kudos to Emirates Blues. They've done really well in putting this Ajman team on the back foot. But they have to continue to do that. Cannot become complacent just because they've got a good start.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see their plans outside the power play. Watchfully played this time. Good to see Kamran Atta, the wicketkeeper captain, still looking for wickets, still has a slip in place as well.
Shahid Iqbal had a forgettable business end of the ILT20 development tournament that happened a week ago. It was quite expensive in the run-up to the semi-final and in the semi-final, of course. But he's been now asked to do the job for the Emirates Blues. So far, he's been nice and straight. Hasn't found any movement off the surface, off the seam.
Yeah, he was part of the Sharjah team in the previous D tournaments, so has made the switch over to the Blues. Another pacey delivery, bit of a stifled appeal, but clearly going over the sticks. But you can see the raw materials he has as a fast bowler. Good run up, excellent fitness, good pace, attacks the stumps, so the basics are in place.
Yeah, I love his rhythm. He's got a very simple run up and that big jump. And when you have a tall fast bowler doing that, that tells you that he's got a good build, good strong finish to his delivery. If he can just get his lines more accurate without compromising the pace, then he's really a good package to work with.
Yeah, you make an excellent point. Don't compromise your pace. You need to be accurate as well as have the right speeds as well to challenge the best. Forcing drive and decent fielding at point. Shy at the non-striker's end, but he was always in. So a tidy over from Shahid Bhutta to conclude the power play. Ajman in the middle of a rebuild, 39 for 3. So it's going to be left arm spin coming into the fray. Harshit Seth, former UAE under 19, very talented bowling all-rounder. Has the ability to get that drift in the air, has a very good arm ball. A good option to have in the side for the Blues. But there is dew about. Thankfully, it's been a slightly windy day. So perhaps that moisture in the air will just blow away beyond the 7 District Sports Club. But still, 2 right-handers at the crease will be looking to just up the scoring here, Samir.
Yeah, I like the look of Blues in this edition. They've got a good mix of some nice young talent with, of course, some well-known senior names. So they've got a good mix in there. Now it's about making sure they execute. Remember, these tournaments come thick and fast. One day you're playing with a teammate, and the next tournament you're suddenly playing against them. So not easy to gel with the team. But that is what makes you a professional cricketer, doesn't it? So Harshit said, another young, bright prospect, left arm spin, very accurate. As we watch umpire Kashif Billah, nice to see him out there, signal the end of the power play.
Yeah, once the season has begun here in the UAE, cricket has been pretty much 24/7. Good start for Harshit, right on that middle and off channel. And wherever you're playing in the UAE, be it in Ajman or in Dubai or in Sharjah, all the venues, especially with getting the Women's T20 World Cup here rescheduled into the UAE, it's been full speed. Good fielding of his own bowling. So keeping it simple, just attacking the stumps.
Yeah, that's all you need. You've got the opposition on the back foot with those 3 early wickets. So very nice time for Harshit to come in. He's got protection as well, end of the power play, remember. So he can ease into his spell now. Bowler, nice few deliveries like that one. The keeper's very interested there. I did feel like he lifted his back foot. The umpire wants to have another look. Looks a little difficult here for Adnan Ul-Mulk.
Yeah, the body language from Emirates Blues is excellent. I think they may have their man. Just a hint of grip and turn for Harshit on that one. Dragging him outside his crease. Bowled it slightly wider of off as well. And Adnan Ul-Mulk is pondering. Let's take a look. Kamranata, very swift. And, ooh, you're absolutely spot on here, Samir Yunus.
Yeah, he's lifted his leg, had to drag it back, and Kamranatha, quick hands to get rid of the bails. He had a sheepish look on his face, Adnan Ul-Mulk. He wasn't sure himself, but the Blues were convinced. And if this angle, at least from where we're sitting, is to go by, it seems like Kamran may have just rattled the bails while Adnan was still getting his foot down.
Yeah, that looks pretty convincing to me. But let's see. The umpires in the middle have the final word. And yes, he is departing. Delightful bowling from Harshit Seth. And he's got his man. Adnan Ul-Mulk, a long vigil at the crease, comes to an end with some wonderful glove work by Kamranata. Ajman are 39 for 4. Well, this is a very exciting player. Sohaib Khan, big striker of the ball. Been on the domestic scene for a couple of seasons now. Comes in with a very big reputation as well. And a good pickup by the Ajman side. But Harshit Seth, what an absolute beauty.
Yeah, they've had their plans on point, the Blues. They did win the toss and elect to bowl first, remember. So they certainly had a good plan up their sleeve, and the execution has been nothing short of perfect. On a good batting track, they've pushed Ajman on the back foot with 4 early wickets. And now Harshit Seth will start off with a slip in place as well. Off the back foot, yet to concede a single. Fantastic start to his spell.
Good to see a slip in as well. Young Ahmed Tariq, another very technically sound, elegant batter. But they're certainly under the pump. They need a big innings from either of these two. Very cautiously played. Are we on the verge of a wicket maiden?
What a confidence booster for a youngster like him. T20 in this top domestic tournament. He starts off with a wicket. and make it a wicket maiden. Super start to the youngster. Ajman really struggling now, 39 for 4.
Well, it's been a wonderful start here for the Blues. All the bowlers have been absolutely spot on. And the fall of wickets tells you a story here, Samir.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Good plan in place, and they've all contributed. The bowlers kept it tight, kept it strictly online, and they've been rewarded with those 4 early wickets. The fielding has also complemented the bowling as well.
In desperate need of a partnership here. Lovepreet Singh Bajwa looking solid. Couple of eye-pleasing boundaries to his name already. Overstriding an acrobatic take there by Kamranatha. He's one to watch.
Yeah, and this has been Bhuta's problem. Every once in a while, he looks to bowl that effort delivery and gets it horribly wrong in terms of his line, and that's when things go haywire for him. I think he needs to find a bit of patience, keep it there and thereabout. Especially on a track like this, you're not going to get a magical delivery, but it's the perseverance on a good line that will get you results.
Absolutely. You don't need to do anything fanciful with your pace and ability. Just keep it on that off-stump channel and you'll be in business. Just like that. And very elegantly played by Lovey as well. So as I was mentioning, there are 3 or 4 players I have my eye on. The likes of Lovepreet Singh Bajwa, Aryan Lakra, Ronak Panoli. They need to have a big D20 2024 just to get in the international reckoning once again.
Yeah, a lot of the seniors busy with their national commitments. I think it's a great opportunity for them to put their hands up on this platform, the D series, and really knock the doors. There's no shortage of potential or skill whatsoever. It's just about getting the right combinations and getting the right personnel. Horses for courses, as they always say.
Watchfully played to get off the mark by Sohaib Khan. Likes to bash the ball hard, very strong against the spinners. And because of his consistent performances in the domestic scene, he's just forced himself into the D sides. Like you mentioned, there is a lot of competition for places. So when you do have the privilege of playing in a top tier tournament like the D20, you need to make the national team selectors sit up and take notice. There's no shortage of opportunities in the UAE, especially over the last 2 or 3 years. Domestic cricket has really bloomed. It's played for around 6 or 7 months non-stop. Even in the off-season, there's always a tournament going on somewhere. No single there, trying to get it behind point. But Shahid Bhutta, since that first ball wide, has switched on here, looking decent. Current run rate not really going anywhere for Ajman at the moment.
Yeah, it's a very difficult situation for these two batters. They've got to be very careful in the way they go about things. Lovepreet, we know, likes to play his natural game. He's a good striker of the ball, but because those 4 wickets have fallen so early, really has almost gone into a shell here. The last thing you need for him to be is half-hearted in his approach. He's got to decide whether he wants to be on the offence or on the defence.
Nice punchy drive once again, but all they'll get is a single. So far, all going according to plan for the Blues. It's a new look side. Kamranatha, the new captain. But I do like the look of their pace resources, that's for sure.
Yeah, when you have Wasim Akram on the top along with Mohsin, who's also been in good form, it's really someone you can rely on with that new ball. More often than not, they will deliver, especially in conditions that are helpful here. Generally, we found at the 7 District Stadium, it is batter friendly, but even in these conditions, if they can pick up those early wickets, that tells you how skillful they are.
Oh, that's a rash shot from Sohaib. That's his natural game. Sometimes you have to go against your nature.
And that's the thing. That's where adaptability is very important for you as a batter. You've come into a situation where your team requires you to exercise a bit of caution, a bit of patience. You got to constantly think about what your approach is going to be. Yes, instincts can take over every once in a while, but that's where your skill and character comes through as a batter.
So far, so good from Shahid Bhutta, keeping a lid on the scoring. Early wickets always sets the opposition back. And so far, the Blues are looking like a very solid unit. Of course, we started off with a huge upset on the opening day of the D20. Dubai knocking over Sharjah in a 200-run chase. Watchfully played the call, maybe for 2, but they'll stick to 1. So another tidy over for the Blues. Ajman 44 for 4 after 8. Harshit Seth. Good start in his first over. Oh, that is big! Over cow corner and way, way back. Sohaib Khan.
Yeah, he's had enough of nudging around, being put under pressure. Spinner continues to bowl his second over. It's in his zone, and Sohaib Khan says, right, I've had it. Let me hit this out of the park. And he got a good part of the bat onto that one.
Well, that bat in his hand is looking like a log. Wow. Well, I did warn you guys. He comes in with a big reputation. And that is Exhibit A. Clean striker of the ball. 50 up in the 9th over for Ajman. Nicely punched off the back foot. You'd expect that change in length from Harshit. And that was firmly driven.
Yeah, they won't mind this. The Blues, Ajman going after the bowling. They want them to play those shots. That's when you get an opportunity to pick up wickets. So a couple of 4s and 6s here and there won't be a problem so much as long as they do keep themselves in the hunt, the Blues.
Oh, absolutely. Current run rate won't be that bothersome. Lovepreet Singh Bajwa launches this into space. Second maximum of the over.
Well, Sohaib started off with the first ball 6. Lovepreet Singh Bajwa is a CC on the email. Similar shot, more power, more strength, and that goes even further for a maximum.
Down on one knee and out of the park. Way back. That's at least 85 meters. So now Ajman are cutting loose. Yep. Sensible. Sensible. You've got your big shots away in the over. No need to hurry it up. 21 of 12. He's off to a start here. Looking for that cut shot and he's found the gap. That is beautifully played and save your legs. The cover sweeper will clean up. Slightly heavy outfield. I thought that was going all the way.
He almost knew that Harshit's gonna drop it short. He made room very quickly. Wasn't too far outside off to cut that away, but he was in a good position to do that. More importantly, got it between point and third.
Action replay. So a good over coming in for the Blues. 15 off it, in fact. 60 for 4. So it's going to be Naveed Khan coming into the attack. Shahid Bhutta just a 2-over burst, although he was bowling decently. Let's see if he can find something off the surface here. Ajman are just slowly crawling back into the game. Lovepreet Singh Bajwa holds the key.
Yeah, they've caught up with that run rate in the last couple of overs. Some good runs. It's a wickets column that'll worry them from here on.
Yes and no between Lovepreet and Sohaib. Never a single there. Just drifting onto the pad, so he got away with that one.
A military medium from Naveed. He's not looking to really push it too fast. He's going to keep it there and thereabout. And I think this might just be the over or that phase in the game where Ajman will look to shift momentum, try and get some runs, put the pressure back on the opposition.
Off-cutter delivery, very nicely glided but couldn't find the gap. And we're seeing a pretty stiff breeze blowing here at the 7 District Sports Club this evening. So that's encouraging in the sense that perhaps it will take the dew away from the ground and make it easier for the spinners in the latter half of the innings.
Also more even playground, isn't it? The moment you have to bowl second, the disadvantage of dew always comes in. Makes it all the more difficult for you as a bowler to grip the ball.
Oh, well, you can't bowl that length at that pace. Very poor delivery and whacked away by Bajwa for yet another boundary.
Too short for that kind of pace. And the kind of shot making that we've seen from Lovepreet so far, that would have been 4 any time of the day for him. Now they're finding the boundaries more regularly, Ajman, and this is good for them. They needed a partnership like this.
That's a lot better. The call is for 2. There is a deep mid wicket in place, but it is the bigger part of the ground. So good tempo to this batting so far, to this batting partnership rather so far.
Naveed is finding some inward movement to the right hander, although it's bare minimum. If you can just get that length right, yeah, that's an indication of the partnership. 27 out of 19 just when they needed it. So he just needs to find his length, and I think he's got the goods to trouble the batters.
Slow delivery, but a touch short. Got away with that one. So definitely looking to change gears here, Ajman. And Sohaib Khan's approach will be interesting because he's a natural big striker of the ball. Will he be able to hold himself back and really build this partnership that is in development? 28 runs added by this pair already. So the game is fascinatingly poised. Nice punchy drive once again, just to the left of the sweeper cover. So in the end, a tidy over from Naveed, not too bad. 68 for 4 at the halfway stage. And time to hand it over to Asghar Khan and Oais Ali to take you through.
Thank you, Emil Khawaja and Samir Yunus. 68 for 4, Ajman after 10 overs. So on 10, and Lovepreet is looking really good. Alongside me is Awais Ali. How you see things right now at this stage?
Well, they've already lost 4 wickets, so they've got 10 more overs to play. Now, the objective should be to at least try to play till 16th or 17th over, not try to go for the big shots at this point of time. They're bowling brilliantly, so might as well just take this game deep as they can.
Absolutely, and it's imperative, especially for Lovepreet, because he's the set batter. He's got to go deep into this innings. He's timing the ball beautifully. He's played some wonderful shots. So the onus is on him to really play a big innings. This time he goes over the top and clears long off with utmost ease. That's a biggie.
Well, this was an outrageous hit. Harshit going fuller, and he has absolutely smashed this out of the park. That has come right up the middle of the meet. And just look at that shot. Tremendous striking. And this has gone far, far away.
This is the indication of the track as well. That wasn't really a fuller delivery. It was a decent length delivery, and he went through the line. So good signs for the batters. If you apply yourself, you get set. There's plenty of runs on offer. Played off the back foot. Intelligent batting there from Lovepreet, rotating the strike as well.
Yeah, now if you look at the score, it's not that bad, Asghar. 75 for 4 in the 11th over, so one good over in their favour, and they'll be pretty much back on track.
Nicely bowled by Harshit, slowing it up, hitting a good length as well. Absolutely, I think it's a good recovery as well. That run rate is fine, and only with the passage of time is going to get better and better, especially where partnership develops further. He goes for a slog sweep and narrowly chopped one back onto the stumps.
Yeah, this is where you need to be very careful now. That was a very good delivery, darting onto the stumps and playing across the line. They've already gotten the runs in this over.
Goes straight, aerial, but safe enough. Will pick up a single. And that's the end of the over as well. 11 overs gone, 77 for 4, Ajman.
Well, now we to continue. Ball a pretty decent first over, 8 runs coming in. That's been driven straight into the hands. An excellent bit of fielding. He bowled that first over, Asghar, and with that pace which he's offering, he can't really bowl short. He has to be very precise, and he has to pitch the ball up and depend on his variations.
And that's a lot better. If you bowl stump to stump at this pace, it can go the bowler's favour as well, because there's not much pace to work with. If you get your length right and the odd off cutter here and there, this kind of stuff can go in your favour.
Yeah, the senior statesman in the middle of breathe, just going down and having a word with Sohaib to pick your deliveries.
A shot and beautifully played, and the fielder is not able to hold on to that one. That was nicely timed, but unfortunately went a little straighter and closer to the fielder, but fielder not really able to hang on to that one.
Yeah, Naveed almost producing a wicket here for his team. A little shorter, but then this is going to be very interesting. Oh, I think he just dived a little too early, and to add agony, has gone towards the boundary.
Well, it's all happening. Another chance possibly going down. did that carry? It will be interesting replay to see Wesley.
Well, I think it was a chance going down, Asghar. That was straight into the hands and out of the hands. We'll have to wait and see how costly this could be.
Oh, inside edge. Naveed is certainly making things happen here.
Yeah, he's just hurrying on to his over. He's already bowled 5 deliveries in no time. He's not giving any times whatsoever to the batters. Excellent delivery and tremendous over as of now. Just 4 runs coming in.
Hey, he's hitting the right areas, targeting those stumps. This time outside off stump, another dot ball. Good take by the wicket keeper. Good over for Emirates Blues. 81 for 4 after 12. Eighty-one for 4. Lovepreet on 38 and so 16 of 19, and that's where it's really important that he should look to rotate strike and give much strike as possible to Lovepreet.
Well, I think Sohaib has already played 19 deliveries now, Asghar. So high time. He should also try to look for some shots. If it's in his area, if it's in his zone, at least those kind of deliveries, he should try to get some runs.
It's going to be Shahid Iqbal Bhutta. Impressive first 2 overs coming in for another burst, charging in. Right on the money. Beautifully bowled and nicely played from Lovepreet.
Yeah, I believe this is a very good decision by the captain to bring in Shahid Iqbal Bhutta at this point of the game. Why do I say that? Because Asghar is very consistent with his liner lengths. He'll just keep on bowling at the right length and vary his pace. He'll go for those slower bouncers, those yorkers. Carries a lot of experience on his shoulder.
And genuine wicket taker as well with that extra bit of pace. And he's a wicket taker, so he can provide you that breakthrough. Oh, that's a no ball. Just overstepping slightly, that's all. Will cost him a free hit.
Well, commentators curse, they say. I was just praising Shahid Iqbal Bhutta before this delivery, and now he's offered them a free hit and a much required one for Ajman. The runs have certainly dried up, so that is definitely going to help the cause.
Perfect opportunity for Sohaib to get a move on. It's a free hit. It's really important that he gets a boundary of this delivery. Look at that replay. The big fast bowler stretching for that extra bit of pace. Very good call by the umpire. Goes with a slow bouncer. And nicely disguised as well.
He's such a smart bowler. He knows that the fine leg is in the circle, so he did bowl the bouncer, but a slower one, offering no pace whatsoever. Otherwise, this was just going to go away from the fielder. So, really smart thinking here by Shahid Iqbal.
Wonderful stuff. It's great to have the experience and the quality of Shahid as a captain. You can call up attacking option as well. He goes over the top, but not quite. Finds the fielder. So a great move from the captain, and it is paid off. That's the breakthrough.
Well, his innings was not going anywhere. Sohaib, he was struggling, wasn't really getting from the middle of the bat. The idea was right. He wanted to clear the mid-off fielder, but that was nowhere from the middle of the bat. And a very good delivery at the right length. Not the ideal shot selection coming in from Sohaib.
His struggle comes to end here, and Ajman has lost another wicket. It's 83 for 5. Sohaib Khan goes for 16.
Well, half the side back to the dugout. It is Hamad, the new man, who walks in. Still plenty of time for him to settle in. 83 for 5. He did see a low scoring game, modest total score yesterday in the first encounter. So if they can get somewhere around 160, 165, I think that'll be a very challenging target.
They will have to play really well from here onwards to add another 80 odd, 7.3 overs. It will take some doing. 5 wickets down. Down the leg side, the wicketkeeper does well. They're going to scamper through for a quick single.
Yeah, that's a typical fast bowler's response, Shahid, after getting a wicket, trying to go for the glory delivery, that in-swinging Yorker, but just getting his direction wrong completely. That was the wicket for you. Tremendous ball, perfect length, and in the end, just got dividends to him.
Yeah, hitting the hard length, and being a tall bowler gets a little bit of extra bounce as well. Not an easy bowler to loft over the top. With that height, he gets that bounce. Lovepreet is absolute key here for Ajman. He's got to bat really deep into this innings to give them a decent total. Nicely driven, beautifully timed as well. How good is that? That is a top shot. To create such power of that front foot is amazing.
Oh, that is a glorious looking shot. That should go down as one of the best shots in the tournament. Have a look at this tremendous balance, and look at that drive. Brilliant one for the photographers, and played along the carpet. Look at that beautiful timing. No chance for the fielder in the deep. Tremendous.
That man was quite square, so he had to place that one in front of square. Beautifully timed. That was hit on the rise as well. So Lovepreet is really making a statement here. 43 of 24. Back to his basics, hitting the top of off stump, but dot ball. 13 overs gone, 88 for 5.
Well, that's how the batting card has panned out till now. Adnan gave a very promising start to his team, 16 and 22 deliveries, but then Wajid, Hamdan, and Saad, all of them struggled. Lovepreet, well, he's certainly taken his team to rescue 43, and I think he's going to hold the key from here onwards. Hamad, who's just walked in the middle, also will have to stay and play the role of a second fiddle.
Yeah, somebody needs to just be there alongside Lovepreet at least next 3 or 4 overs. He gets off the mark, square drive, and it's going to be overthrows. That is excellent running between the wickets.
Yeah, sloppy work, and that's not going to please the captain or the bowler Naveed one bit. And somehow Naveed has convinced his captain to give him a third over, and why not? I think he's done brilliantly well. Usually we don't see him often with the ball, but I think rightfully so he's been given over. Let's have a look at this one again. Nicely played, and right away there was a call. Overthrow resulted. Beautiful ball onto the stumps, onto man, and this is going to be close. Brilliant bit of fielding.
And Naveed has done really well. He's understood his limitations. He doesn't have that express pace, so the great thing he's doing is bowling wicket to wicket with the wicket keeper up to the stumps, restricting the batters to not use their feet, come down the pitch. So it's well thought out plan which is working for the Emirates Blues. Oh, nearly chopped one back on. Good stuff here from Naveed.
Yeah, too close to cut. It was a short delivery, so he might have gone for the option of pulling the ball towards the mid wicket, but he opted to play towards the offside, and in the end, he considered himself lucky. That could have easily chopped on and hit back to the stumps.
Lack of pace not helping his cause as well. He likes pace, Ahmad Khan. Strong square of the wicket. Pai is just having a look at the ball as well.
Well, still there's a lot of breeze going across from our left to the right, and there's no dew as of now. So that is certainly going to help the cause for the bowlers.
Oh, he's knocked him over. Wow. That's a huge wicket. Lovepreet plays across the line and Naveed gets right through him. That's massive breakthrough here for Emirates Blues.
Some very disciplined bowling has gotten him his reward. Excellent delivery, getting his basics right at the perfect line and knocking the middle stump. Look at this brilliant delivery, and he's got the big fish. It is the said batter, Lovepreet, will have to go back. He's just cut it with himself. Was looking very good and was on the verge to convert this into a big one, but will have to go back after scoring 43. 91 for 6.
'96, '91 for 6, and it brings one of the best all-rounders in UAE domestic cricket. Saghir, phenomenal form, and he's the right man to come in. They bat pretty deep and they need something special from him, Owais Ali.
Oh, quite rightly, Asghar. He has been a very exceptional all-rounder. And I believe one of the best all-rounders I have seen in this season specifically.
Did he got some bat on it, looking to get off the mark there. Good bit of work there at short third man. Oh, certainly. So he's been in phenomenal form. And they need a quick fire innings from him. He's someone who can change the face of the game in 2 or 3 overs if he gets going, because he hits the long ball and hits them clean as well.
Palm down the ground, hit really hard. And that's gone towards the boundary. Or has it not? Oh, he's done extremely well. For a moment, I thought that it screamed towards the boundary, but he has done a phenomenal job to save that.
That's brilliant commitment in the field. Outstanding work. Certainly saved a couple of runs there. Ajman 93. These couple of runs after 14 overs. Let's look at the replay. Was struck hard, belted down the ground, and a fielder makes a valiant effort. Full stretch. Did he touch the skirting with his feet? Not quite sure.
Yeah, this is going to be touch and go, but nonetheless, full marks for the effort. And I think he's done well here.
Nicely played by Ahmad. I think his role will be crucial as well. He can afford to take a little bit of time, and while Saghir is out there, he's got to feed maximum strike to him, because he likes to go big right from the word go.
A very talented cricketer. He's one of those who doesn't really need much time to settle in the wicket. He just needs a couple of deliveries to get his eyesight in, and then when he gets going, it's going to be trouble times for the opponents.
He goes aerial here. This could be a chance for the fielder. Long on coming around and taken. So Saghir looking to break free, finds the fielder, and a big breakthrough here for Harshit.
That is a huge moment in the game. They've got the big fish here. Saghir trying to go for a maximum, but in the end could not get the elevation and hitting it straight up in the air, trying to go for a maximum, and there you go. Good delivery by Harshit, just adjusting his length slightly, and just look at this catch. Oh, he's taken a brilliant catch. Tremendous.
That's the big fast bowler with big hands. Disappointment for Saghir. Brief stay at the crease comes to an end. He's gone for 2. It's 94 for 7, Ajman.
The team Ajman are falling like pack of cards here, and now they're on the verge and in danger of being bowled out and not play the allotted 20 overs. A lot was dependent on Lovepreet when he was in the middle, but then trying to go for a rational shot and lost his wicket, and now Saghir just was getting a little agitated, I believe, and trying to go for a maximum, and Harshit getting the better of him. So great captaincy, I would say, from Emirates Blues, getting in Harshit at the right time, knowing that Saghir likes pace on the ball. And I think now the captain of Emirates Blues will want to ensure to try to bowl them out and not let them play these allotted 20 overs. Perfect opportunity to do so. 94 only is what Ajman have scored. Isam is the new man who's walked in.
Oh, that is beautifully bowled. Harshit, he's been very, very impressive as a left-arm spinners, and like you mentioned early on, there's no sign of dew, so the spinners are in the game, and he's making most of it.
Nicely played, driven straight towards long off. Will get off the mark. Doing the right thing to give strike to Hamad, who's been known for his big hits, but I'm not too sure if that is required as of now. Just try to play out the 20 overs from now, Asghar. That should be the motto.
Nicely bowled again, and you make a very valid point of Vasily. That should be their first goal, is to bat 20 overs. Whatever they get, they give themselves a chance. Pushed away on the offside and picks up a single. 15 overs done here. Ajman struggling, 96 for 7. Is going to be change of voices in the com box. Ahmed Khwaja and Samir Yunus steps in one more time.
Thank you very much, Asghar and Awais. Well, Ajman in a very precarious position to say the least. 96 for 7. Assam, Matiurab and Hamad very capable with the bat. So you can certainly expect some resistance going into the final 5. But how many can they really amass together under this kind of pressure? Can they drag the team up to maybe 140, 150 here, Samir?
Yeah, they'll lead a partnership from here on, that's for sure. The youngster Isam needs to put his hands up here. There was a slight hope with Lovepreet and Sohaib Khan, but all that was undone very quickly. Naveed is not express, but he's keeping it there and thereabout, just asking the right questions from the batters.
Well, they have gone upstairs for the TV umpire review. Assam Matiurab did overbalance. Maybe we've already seen Adnan ul-Mulk, that back leg. If it's slightly raised, that's all Kamran Atta needs.
Well, Kamran was pleading from the umpire to have another look at that. Yes, he did lift his back foot slightly, Assam Matiurab. There was a case from Kamran Atta. Surely we'll need a much slower replay to configure if that was another wicket for Naveed or not.
Yeah, this could be closer than we think. Sam, oh dear me. That is outstanding wicket keeping from Kamran Atta. I think he's created a wicket out of nothing here.
Well, this is fantastic work. Express speed in terms of the glove work from Kamran. Probably lifted his leg for a second or less than that. And he's seen that as an opportunity. Quickly got rid of the bails.
Nervous moments here for the young all-rounder Assam. Just when he takes the bails off, did he just incline his foot? And he seems to be heading towards the dugout. Yes. Fantastic wicket-keeping Kamran Atta. The captain leading from the front. And Naveed Ahmed Khan gets a stumping dismissal to his name. So further trouble here for Ajman. They're 8 wickets down now. "97 for 8 then, and getting more and more difficult for Ajman. Mohammad Ismail, the left arm spinner, coming in at 10. He can certainly whack the ball if it's in his area, but it certainly seems like a very uphill task to say the least. Emirates Blues, what a way to open up your D20 campaign.
Yeah, spirited performance this. I would have expected an even contest given the two teams and their makeups, but Blues have completely dominated this game so far with the ball in hand. They chose to bowl first. Another reminder. Certainly knew what they were doing in terms of their planning. Most teams, when they look at a wicket like this, they will want to put runs on the board and then try and defend that. But Blues had different plans, but successful ones at that. They've bowled brilliantly. Good lines, good lengths, kept the batters in check. And Ajman have looked to play a shot too many, I thought. Instead of relying on some proper cricketing strokes, they've looked to manufacture ones. And that has led to their downfall.
Yeah, Sohaib and Lovepreet will be disappointed with their dismissals. Meanwhile, Naveed Khan, 2 for 18, has been very tidy. All of the bowlers for the Blues, to be quite frank, have been outstanding. Gone with a very heavy, pace-heavy bowling attack, the likes of Wasim Akram, Mohsin, Shahid Bhutta. Then you've had the left-arm spin of Harshit Seth, who bowled really well. And Naveed Khan has been a pleasant surprise. Plenty of protection on the onside. I'm sure they're well aware of Mohammad Ismail's reputation. But can he apply himself at the crease? Can they bat the full 20 overs? Even that is a big question mark at the moment.
Ismail has certainly taken his time because I think he walked out without a helmet. The umpire said, look, it's medium pace, so you've got to get it on. Bowled him! What a delivery from Naveed Khan. Ismail was looking to play through the line, but I think that jacked back in ever so slightly and has rattled the off stump.
Well, his smile has faded quickly. In swinger, bang on the money, and he was late as the ball skidded through. And the off ball has been pegged back. A dream D20 debut for Naveed Khan. Mohammad Ismail gone for a golden. 97 for 9. Well, we're down to the final pair here. Awais Ahmed, the left arm seamer. Naveed Ahmed Khan, can you get a hat trick in the D20? Oh, watchfully played. But what a fabulous spell from the medium pacer.
Yeah, you look at him bowl and you think, right, not much in it. You can just play him around, collect some runs. But he's certainly bowled with a lot of wisdom and used the track to his advantage.
Will get off the mark with that forcing drive. So, Hamad Ahmed Khan, how does he react in this situation? He's the only recognized batter remaining.
He'll have to farm the strike to begin with. Try and face as many as possible in these 25 balls remaining. And then in those, try and get to about 120. That'll be what is on his mind. 6 runs per over. Give your bowlers something to work with. They do have some good bowlers. Ajman.
Well, this could be a run out. The throw was off target. So he's done the first part of retaining the strike. 99 for 9. And Ajman are in serious trouble. Well, Wasim Akram back into the attack. So clearly, Kamran Atta is looking to end this early. Bowled a fabulous spell with the new ball. And Hamad Ahmed Khan will need to be on his A game here.
Yeah, Wasim really set the tone early on with the new ball. Really firing it up, good express pace, derived some movement as well. Now he's been called upon to clean up Ajman's last wicket.
Toe end of the bat. There is a deep third in position. The 100 has been raised for Ajman, but it's taken a serious toll on their batting lineup to reach that score. Yeah, the delivery he bowled to Hamdan Tahir. Absolute peach. One of the outstanding balls of the tournament already.
Left armers are generally good against the right-hand batters, but when they bowl to a left-hand batter and get a wicket, especially the off stump, that tells you that he's got some serious skill up his sleeve.
Of course, no bias here in the com box from Samir Yunus, a fellow left-arm swing bowler. And well, we have another left-arm swing bowler on strike. So you're all over the place.
Yeah, currency is going strong. A lot of them finding success as well in recent times. You have some big names here.
Not a bad drive there from Awais Ahmed. Well, he'll have to defend this score, so he certainly needs to apply himself, like you mentioned. Try to get up to maybe 120, 125, you never know. There is a stiff breeze blowing across the ground. Maybe it will assist him swinging the new seed. Hopefully the dew stays away as well. But it's difficult in a limited overs game. When you're batting with the tail, you need an absolute specialist to keep his calm in this situation. Let's see if Hamad Ahmed Khan can do so. Nicely pulled away. But there is protection in the deep.
Well, importantly, Hamad gets strike now. He's got 3 deliveries in this over to try and somehow find a boundary if he can. And then if he can get that single off the last ball, keep the strike for the next one. Like we said, 120 should be on his mind, the immediate next target. Difficult to do so because you've got only 1 wicket, so any risk will be off his mind. He needs to do it carefully.
Well, they've been club teammates in the past for a fair while, Wasim Akram and Hamad Ahmed Khan. Brilliant change of pace, that slower bouncer going across the right-hander.
Yeah, always fun when you're playing against one of your own. Know each other's strengths and weaknesses, so it's all smiles out there. Wasim Akram enjoying himself. Why not? Your team has bowled so well and you're bowling to one of your mates. And it's a good situation to be in for the Blues in general. They've done well on the field.
Yeah, very impressive captaincy debut here for Kamran Atta. He's led the side well. We've seen wicketkeeper captains over the years have a lot of success. Forcing drive, but all they'll get is a single. And that has been the problem. They haven't been able to pick up boundaries regularly in the 16.5 overs so far.
I think one of the reasons for that is the bowlers have bowled a brilliant length and line, been in line with the stumps as much as possible and offered nothing in terms of room. Yes, there have been a couple of wides here and there, but otherwise they've offered nothing to the batters to work with. Every boundary that we've seen has been really manufactured. We saw a couple of sixes off Harshit Seth's second over. That too were a couple of slog sweeps. But otherwise it's been pretty accurate and disciplined bowling.
Swing in a miss from Awais. And Wasim Akram, a very tidy over to conclude his spell. 102 for 9. Mohammad Mohsin back into the attack. He was the one who really started the rot for Ajman, getting the key wicket of Wajid Khan in the power play. In fact, on his very first delivery of the game. Another player who represented the Abu Dhabi franchise for a long time, making the switch over to the Blues. And let's see if he can end proceedings here. It's been all about the Blues right from ball one. And all of the fast bowlers have bowled exceptionally well. Right in the block hold. Difficult to get that one away. And he's taken the early single here. I'm a bit surprised with that, Samir.
Yeah, I would have expected him to keep strike. I like the template that Blues have gone with. They started off with their two seamers, then bowled those middle overs with Harshit and Naveed picking up those 3 wickets. So they have a proper plan in place, a proper rotation of their bowlers in place. Now, even though it's 9 wickets down, he wants his 2 main bowlers to finish off at the death, really bring those skills to the table. And I think that's good to see. He's gone the traditional way and it's worked for him.
Yeah, hasn't had to go to plan B at any stage. Whacked away over mid-on. A much-needed boundary for Ajman.
Yeah, good old-fashioned slap that from Awais. Just outside the line of the off stump. He's gone down on one knee, Awais, and a typical tail-ender slog this, isn't it? 4 runs to him.
Yeah, maybe he's the senior partner in this partnership. Picked that slow ball very nicely. Any amount of runs they can accrue together, this final pair, will be very, very valuable. Outside edge. And it always works.
Hamad will not be regretting that single he took. We were wondering if it was a good idea. It certainly was a good idea because Awais has now got back-to-back boundaries. One off the middle, this one off the edge, the outside edge. But he won't complain. 4 runs.
Yeah, will provide some cheer to a very glum-looking Ajman dugout. Just not bowling within the stumps, Mohsin. There's no fast bowlers union, so I'm expecting a short, quick delivery coming soon. Well, there it was immediately. Trying to just uppercut it over point. Not quite.
Ahmed the fortune teller. I'll call you that from here onwards. I think you watch enough cricket to know what's coming next, isn't it? I think he'd be better off just trying to go for the Yorker. He bowled a good one in the first ball. And at this stage of the game, you don't want to be offering length to the batters. Because even tail-enders, when they do hit them, they try to really give it everything. And more often than not, that ends up going to the boundary.
Oh, nicely tucked away. There'll be runs here. In fact, there'll be 4 of them. 3rd boundary of the over.
Came down the track on that occasion, so really putting the bowler off his rhythm by doing that. I think he was going for the Yorker. And in the end, it turned out to be a simple full toss. Again, didn't look to hit it too hard, Awais. Simply nudged it around the leg side and picked up another boundary. So that's 3 fours back to back.
The good old-fashioned leg glance. Fine leg in the circle. Easy pickings. Edged past the keeper. And good fielding at 3rd. That ball was moving swiftly. So a good over for Ajman. And perhaps they will get beyond that 120 mark. 116 for 9. So Shahid Bhutta trying to do what Mohammad Mohsin and Wasim Akram couldn't end this innings. And he certainly has that ability to hit that block hold at high pace, Samir.
Yeah, tall lad comes from a very high angle, so he will obviously look to try and get that Yorker going. Hamad at the non-strikers then. He won't mind Awais facing. Seen what he can do, and this is what he can do. This has gone all the way for a maximum. Wow. 19th over. It's the tail end on strike, and Shahid Iqbal has been guilty of digging this one short. Not the best of ideas.
Well, what a cameo from Awais Ahmed. 21 of 11. And he read that short ball very early. This is a stirring cameo coming in from the number 11. Get him up the order. Because that was the shot of a proper power play specialist.
It was almost as if he was expecting the shorter one, Awais. But a good important knock, this rearguard action from Ajman.
Yeah, he's a gutsy cricketer. Oh, it's a no ball here from Shahid Bhutta. And scurries away for 4 to add salt to the wound.
Well, this is rather unfortunate for Blues. They've been so good up until the last over. Suddenly, in these last 10 to 12 deliveries, they've just completely lost it. Thanks to some really good hitting from Awais, but they're leaking way too many runs here.
This is painful indeed. You played 16 and a half overs of excellent cricket. And now you're just letting the wheels come off. Digged in short. Got that top edge. Free hit for Awais Ahmed. And he smashed it way back towards the com box for 6.
This is going horribly wrong for the premier fast bowlers of Emirates Blues. Mohsin went for plenty in the last, and now Shahid is getting a beating from Awais. Look at that. Full stretch, and it's gone the distance.
Well, he's taken a truckload of wickets in the UAE domestic scene, but I'm sure he's enjoying this batting cameo above them all. 31 of just 13 deliveries. Fabulous hitting. 6, 4 off a no ball, and the free hit goes for 6 as well. How will he respond? He stepped into that one. Make that the third 6 of the over.
Well, even Kashif cannot hide his smile there, the umpire. This is some seriously clean striking from Awais. Length delivery after length delivery. Where is the old-fashioned Yorker? This is in his zone. He stepped down and bang, off the middle of the bat.
Wow. Pure entertainment at the 7 districts Emirates D20. And just on day 2. Unbelievable knock. 37 of 14. Well, he's ripping up the stats sheet here. Can he get the fastest 50 of the tournament?
Well, his team's batters gave nothing. So he's decided if he's going to come and bowl here, Awais, he needs some runs to defend. So he's doing it all by himself, Awais. What a bloke. What entertainment this.
Well, 150 felt like a pipe dream a couple of overs ago. Now it's within sight. Wide Yorker. Finally, the length is right. The line, not quite.
And they should have been 2 overs ago. Unfortunately, they've paid the price of hitting lengths regularly. And now they've realized that's when they need to go. Even the best batter in the world, you bowl a good Yorker, it's going to be tough to get it away.
Well, I wonder what the advice will be from Hamad Ahmed Khan. Does he let him keep unleashing the big shots or just telling him, hang on, we've got 8 deliveries here. Maybe just keep batting. Try to respect the ball if you want. Let's play the full 20 overs. Bottom edge, but there is a third. So he's played the entire over, hit 3 sixes, and taken a single off the penultimate ball.
Well, I don't think Awais understands that language. There is no nudging around. There is no respecting a good ball. If it's there to be hit, he's going to hit it. And that has worked for him to his defense. He's got his team to a 140 at one point. Even 100. The 3-figure mark was looking difficult to get. So he's done what was required of him. In fact, more than what was required of him. He's in the team as a bowler, remember. This is a good finish for Ajman.
Oh, he will certainly be a force with the new ball. Much like Wasim Akram, left arm swing bowler and a very consistent swing bowler as well. Picks up a lot of wickets in the power play. Shahid Bhutta, well, he's been taken apart in this over, to say the least. Punchy drive. Only going to be a single. But Ajman are well and truly in this now. 141 for 9. Well, Mohammad Mohsin, you need to make amends. Last over was a poor one. You allowed Awais Ahmed to get away a few boundaries, and that built up that momentum that Ajman desperately needed. This is hit in the air, long off, takes the catch. So the fun finally ends for Ajman, and Mohammad Mohsin finally gets it right.
Well, Hamad looking to go after. I think he would have been better off just getting that single and giving the strike to Awais, because Awais has been the one in this last couple of overs who's been striking it. Unfortunately for Ajman, they'll get to 141. However, in these last couple of overs, they found some momentum. They do get all out eventually, but it's looking much better than it was at one stage. They were struggling to get to that 100-run mark as well. Blues will feel confident. They've done well with the ball, congratulating each other, but they will know that they've given about 20 runs more than they should have in this innings.
Yeah, they were 99 for 9 or somewhere thereabouts. So getting to 140 is a real achievement. Awais Ahmed with a blistering cameo. That was a lot of fun to say the least. In terms of the batting, it was only Lovepreet Singh Bajwa who was the standout frontline batter. Everybody else just chipping in. 16 from Adnan ul Mulk, 16 from Sohaib Khan. And then it was Awais Ahmed right down at the bottom of the order with a thrilling 38 of just 16 deliveries.
Leaving it last moment, much like the police in a Bollywood movie. As for the bowlers, well, it was Wasim Akram who started at the top, 1 for 24 in his 4 overs, brilliant figures. Mohsin, 2 for 26, went for plenty in his penultimate over. Shahid Iqbal, expensive again, although he picked up a wicket, 42 runs. Harshit said, bowled well, the spinner, 2 for 28. And of course, Naveed Ahmad Khan, the pick of the bowlers, 3 for 20 in his 4 overs. They've all done well, except for those last 2 or 3 overs where the fast bowlers went for quite a few.
Yeah, from 97 for 9 to get up to 140 is a good job. But it was a slow start for Ajman right from ball 1. Wasim Akram and Mohsin building that pressure. Wajid Khan falling early. Good catch taken at deep third. And this was a dream delivery from Wasim Akram to Hamdan Tahir. Lovepreet Singh Bajwa and Sohaib Khan then put on a brief partnership, but that consistent flurry of wickets, Samir Yunus, that never really allowed them to build that momentum in the batting effort.
Yeah, Blues kept hitting the good lengths. Look at that delivery from Harshit set. Kamran Attab been brilliant behind the stumps. Then there were a few sixers off the bats of Lovepreet and Sohaib who were playing those big slog sweeps, but otherwise it was mostly the bowlers who were bossing things in the middle. Lovepreet looking to go big again, held out at...
Yeah, Naveed Ahmad Khan at one stage was on a hat-trick. And then the final wicket partnership, Awais Ahmed and Hamad Ahmad Khan. Awais Ahmed in particular was absolutely amazing with some big slogs on the onside. 3 sixes taken in that over against Shahid Bhutta. Took them beyond 140. And in the end, they've got something of a score to defend. So target of 142 for Emirates Blues to get their first win at the Emirates D20. How will they fare? We'll find out in just a few minutes' time. Stay tuned.
Welcome back and good evening to everyone around the world. And that was the batting card for Ajman. Adnan made 16. There was Wajid, Amdan, and Saad went quickly. They were in trouble. Lovepreet played a enterprising and a very good knock before he fell, but that flurry towards the end from the fast bowler of S, 38 and 16, has given them 141 after 19.1 overs. Very good effort with the ball from Emirates Blues. Wasim Akram was impressive up front with the new ball. 2 wickets for Mohsin, also bowled really well. Naveed Ahmed Khan, the surprise package, picking up 3 wickets for 20. 2 wickets for the left arm spinner and one for Shahid Iqbal Bhutta, who went the journey towards the end. Alongside me is Zawais Ali, where you see things for Ajman. Good recovery towards the end.
Well, thank you very much, Asghar, and good evening to all our viewers. Well, I think they have done a phenomenal job. They were 97 for 9 and they were about to be bowled before they could score the 100 mark. So I think job well done. Awais just came in and played a cameo for his side. And also, if we talk about Team Emirates Blues, I think they've done a good job considering they've used only 5 bowlers. That is a very rare sight in a T20 game. Usually we see captains going with a lot of options. We see 7 to 8 bowlers coming in and bowl. But then he had all the confidence in his bowlers, and I think they've done a brilliant job.
Yeah, that'll really please them, winning the toss and getting the job done. But Ajman, they got something to bowl at this surface. If they pick up wickets, the required run is just shade over 7. So it's all about taking wickets with the new ball if they are to stay in this contest. And this man on your screen, he was phenomenal with the bat. Some lusty blows. That 38 could be the difference in this game, and certainly with the ball as well. He's a real handful, skiddy customer, and he's got the ability to move the ball as well.
Yes, a very tricky customer is Awais. We know what he can do with the bat. We saw a glimpse of his batting was absolutely destructive in the latter part of the innings. But now he's got a huge responsibility when it comes to his bowling, and he's more of known with his bowling, Asghar, rather than his batting. So I think now his job is to pick wickets for his team early on, just to apply that extra pressure on the opponents.
Absolutely one of the finest bowlers in UAE domestic circuit. Wes Ahmed will be aiming those pads up front. Straight away, a little bit of movement and a very good delivery.
Excellent start by Awais, and that is what we'll see throughout when he's in operation, especially bowling with the new ball. And it's a very rare side. They've got a third slip in place, quite unorthodox. Usually we see Awais getting that first slip in position, but let's see what they've got in plan. They've got a deep third man, and alongside they've got a deep square leg.
I would have preferred a genuine first slip. Very good delivery. Asking the questions, attacking those stumps. Zoeb, the tall left-hander, elegant player and a powerful player as well.
Well, these two batters will have a responsibility, and that is not to lose wickets, but at the same time, they need to ensure they just keep the run rate intact. They're not really chasing a huge target, so they can set those mini goals, mini scores, and play along nicely, not really force the issue.
Looking to hit that hard, and he gets through the field. That's the first boundary. Sloppy work at mid-off.
Well, that was really pumped down the ground. Zohaib announcing his arrival pretty early in the very first over. Awais opting to go short, touch short, and there you go. Always wanted to play down the ground, and I think the fielder could have done much better there. I think that should have been stopped.
And the fielding needs to really lift up because they're defending a modest total under these conditions. They really need to be very, very sharp. Played with the angle bat towards third man. Good delivery from Awais. A little bit of movement as well. And nicely guided away towards third man.
Yeah, this is really smart wicket from Zohaib. He's already hit a 4 down the ground, so the next day we're taking a single, and that is the right approach. need to ensure that if first power play, you don't really lose your wickets early on.
Ajman on strike. Fine young player. Been in good form as well. Getting opportunity at the top of the order. He's got to be careful with that front pad. He's had tendency in the past to just plant that front foot slightly across the line. Down the leg side, and it's going to be a wide. So West just struggling a little with the left hand right hand combination.
Yeah, that is where the challenge comes for the left arm fast bowlers. You need to adjust your line length very quickly, as now you're bowling to a right-hander, Ahmed Tariq. Another very terrific find, youngster, and I've seen a lot of this boy. Has been scoring a lot of runs lately, and technically very sound batter. So would want to start off his campaign with some runs early on.
Oh, quick short delivery and nicely played from Ahmed Tariq, getting his gloves out of the way. Is given as a wide, and that is for the height as well.
Wes is completely perplexed with that decision. It was a very good delivery, vicious bouncer, but the umpire thought otherwise, and he's given that as a wide.
He's a skitty customer. He can surprise you with that length. Shorter in stature, but he gets the ball through at a fair pace as well. Good cricket all round. Nicely bowled again, and equally well played. Getting behind the line, defending around off stump. That's going to be the end of the first over here. Or is it? I think there's still one more delivery to go.
Yeah, that last delivery, that is the ideal length you would be wanting to bowl, especially with the new ball. Let's have a look at that bouncer. Well, that was really quick, and you can afford to do that when you're having that express pace. And just ask a lot of questions to the batters and just surprise them at occasions. Excellent delivery.
That's where the fuller delivery becomes so vital if you get it online. Or just like that, outside edge to third man. That's the end of the first over. It's 8 for none, Emirates Blues after one.
Well, Team Ajman can certainly take some learning from the first innings where Emirates Blues, they were in operation. They kept things really tight in the initial stage of the game, and they were getting that initial movement and got themselves into a very good position. So now we're going to see spin right away in the second over.
Different tactics, different sort of plan here. They're opting to go with a spinner. And Ismail he's not a big spinner of the ball, but he's pretty much used to this role of bowling with the new ball in the power play. Looks to cut, gets beaten with that extra bit of skidness.
Yeah, when you're bowling with the new ball, you need to ensure that you just dart onto the stumps. It's a new ball, so it'll just come on very quick to the batter. That's been hit hard, played up edge towards long off, couple of bounces into the fence. A very confident stroke coming from the blade of Ahmed Tariq.
Excellent shot, calculated risk, and going over the top. But the odds are always in his favour because he opted to play with the full face of the bat. Excellent technique as well. He's a wonderful player to watch when he gets going.
Nicely bowled and equally well played by Ahmed Tariq. This is some excellent game awareness being shown by the youngster.
That's the thing I like about him. He's a busy player, a good player of spin as well. Immediately working the ball into the gaps. That brings the left-hander. It's a challenge when you have left and right-hand combination in the middle. The more strike rotation, the more pressure you can build on the bowlers.
Yeah, not much turn on offer. The three deliveries as of now, Ismail his ball. It's coming onto the bat really nicely. So it's going to be testing times for Ismail.
Short delivery, pulled away. Straight to the fielder in the deep.
Yeah, he's missed out onto this one. It was really short. It was a drag down delivery. He did get into an excellent position, but just could not get the timing or from the middle of his blade.
Ismail is someone who darts those deliveries in. He bowls it into the surface at a quicker pace. There you go, punched off the back foot. This is delightful stuff from Ahmed Tariq. Second boundary of the over, one of the front foot, one of the back foot.
He's looking very sluggish now, Ismail. Just banging it short, trying to dart onto the stumps, but in the end it was a hit-me delivery. And Ahmed just creating some room for him, has cut that beautifully right into the gap towards the cover, and there's no fielder there. Always a safe shot, and that's gone towards the boundary.
Excellent footwork as well. I love the way he used the box, went back and created that space as well. Great hands as normally he possesses through the ball for 4.
Short delivery, once again cut away, but this time they have got the protection in the deep. So once again a very productive over coming in for Team Emirates Blues. 2 gone, 19 for no loss. Well, they're going along very nicely here at the moment, Emirates Blues. There's no rush of blood from either of the batters. They've chosen the deliveries which they want to hit, taken some calculated risks, and at the moment they find themselves in a very comfortable spot. Good start here from Team Emirates Blues.
Good delivery, but nicely played as well. Look at the timing on that one. Square of the wicket. Ahmed Tariq is looking in. Really good touch and excellent running as well. Well, Wesley, it's an excellent start. When you're chasing a modest total, just to settle those nerves, they're off to a very, very good start.
Absolutely, Asghar. Both the batters are playing some excellent cricketing shots. They're not trying to hit it too hard. They're not trying to go for big shots. There you go. That was a brilliant stroke. And look at that running. Excellent coordination and communication. Oh, a bit of a stutter there in the middle. And still, they managed to take 3 fresh legs. That's what happens.
That's what happens. That's what age does. It's hard for both of us to move at a decent pace. If we were playing in the middle, well, we are planning. The season is coming.
Yeah, surely why not, Asghar? Trying my level best to somewhere get into a side.
Nicely worked away again. A quick single from Zohaib. And things are looking really good here. The trend of chasing in this tournament, yesterday both teams chased successfully. It seems like this is working for Emirates Blues. It was a good toss to win and they bowled really well. Now the openers are making sure that there are no troubles whatsoever.
Yeah, it is heavily working towards their favour Emirates Blues, no hesitations to be bowling first, and they're in a very commanding position at the moment. Well, Ajman, they've got to think out of the box from here onwards.
They need wickets. There's no two ways about it. If you are to defend a modest total 142, it's all about wickets. Oh, Fuller delivery, just drifting down the leg side. Big shout as well. That was clearly missing leg stump, but encouraging sign. That one just swung light.
Yeah, I think it just ricocheted off the pads of the batter Ahmed Tariq. Just not getting the ideal line. He did get that late movement inwards towards Ahmed, but then again, yeah, just drifting down the pads and a loud appeal. It's pleading from the umpire, but umpire stood his ground and made an excellent call once again.
The umpiring has been top class. Excellent stuff from them. Wes just not quite at his best so far, but he can produce a wicket-taking delivery anytime. He has the ability. Oh, full and straight as well. Ahmed Tariq does well to dig that one out, and look at the running as well. The speed from these two are really, really impressive.
Oh, we're just into the third over of this innings, but clearly that has been the highlight of this innings. The running between the wickets has been sublime between these two batters. Tremendous coordination. I was just mentioning about Awais, and I think he's just trying too hard. He's just trying to bowl a lot quicker, and that is where he's just losing his shape. Might as well just focus on bowling at the right length, which he did in the very first over.
You make a wonderful point. That could be the reason, because when you're defending a modest total, sometimes it gets into your head that you have to pick up a wicket every single delivery. That's where you can lose your plot and direction.
Beautifully bowled. Change of pace, varying his length as well. And watchfully played by Ahmed at the same time.
17 in no time for Ahmed. Played some delightful shots. Ball is coming onto the bat quite nicely. This surface is a wonderful batting wicket, especially under light. It comes on.
Yeah, even if you talk about that first game of the tournament, we saw the bowlers, they were trying to bowl those slower bounces, and it was working in their favor. So you need to go for those variations and not be very predictable. Do not offer a lot of pace to the batters on this surface.
Absolutely, that is crucial, to keep on mixing your length and your pace. Short delivery and hurried. Zohaib, who was looking to play that pull shot, beat him with that extra bit of pace and bounce. A single to end the over. 3 overs gone, 27 for none.
Well, there you go. After 3 overs at the same stage, Ajman, they lost those early couple of wickets. Runs were never an issue, but then again, some quality bowling from Emirates Blues ensured that they get those early wickets and put their team in a very commanding position early on in the game. So going along very nicely, Emirates Blues. They don't have to do anything obnoxious or out of the blue. They can just carry on the way they are batting. And I think they should be home.
Yeah, it's about keeping it simple. Into the surface, hit hard, but on up in the circle. Interesting choice here. He's having a sweeper back on the offside and a straightish mid wicket.
That's up in the air, play to a cover. And there's protection in the deep, so it's going to bring Ahmed back on strike. Well, I think it's a very interesting decision getting Ismail back to be bowling his second over. Once really getting his line lengths according to his plan. So we have to wait and see if that decision pays off.
So far, it hasn't worked for Ajman. Ahmed Tariq, bit of a heave through the leg side and gets past mid-on. But the fielder in the deep does well.
One thing is for sure, the outfield is lightning quick. If you hit anywhere in the gap, it just screams away towards the boundary. There goes Sarir on your screen. We might see him in action soon. Very, very handy with the ball. Will bring all his experience and variations into play.
Hit hard and through the field. That's a powerful shot from the big left-hander. He does hit the ball really, really hard.
This one has been clubbed down the ground really hard. It was once again short delivery by Ismail, offering a lot of pace to Zubair, and he always wanted to play down the ground, knowing that the fielders are in the circle. So once again, smart cricket by Zohaib.
He's a very powerful player. He goes in the air. This could be opportunity. Cover. Oh, and taken there by Adnan al-Mulk. There was a bit of a confusion there between the two. And it's the skipper who takes the catch. That's the first breakthrough.
Well, a much required breakthrough coming in for Ajman, and a very brave delivery coming in from Ismail. He tossed up towards the batter. It was in the slot, in the arc, but the fielders were in the circle, so inviting him to go big. But in the end, Zohaib's short stay will come to the end. He scored a handy 13 for his team. We'll have to go back. 33 for 1. Well, the plan has certainly worked in the favour for Team Ajman. Captain opting to stick with Ismail. He wasn't really at his 100% in the very first over he bowled, but then again, having faith in his men, and has he delivered a what? He's picked up a big wicket. And that is what you need from here onwards. They'll have to consistently pick wickets if they've got any chance to be defending this target. Right, then it's going to be Imran, the new batter who's just walked in. Tell us more about him, Askar.
Yeah, Imran Ayaz is a good striker of the ball. He likes to play in an aggressive manner. Normally opens the innings, but today is just batting at number 3. Perfect opportunity for him to get his eye in. The run rate is not an issue. Nicely played. Good comeback over from Ismail. Is 33 for 1 after 4 overs. Emirates Blues.
No surprises. It's going to be Saghir who's been introduced in the power play, and I think that is a very good move. He is a striking bowler. He does pick wickets early on with the new ball. It's the right time to introduce this man.
He's an impactful cricketer, Sahir, and they need a serious impact here, Ajman. They got the breakthrough. Defending 142, you need to pick up wickets on regular basis, and I think he's someone who can provide you those couple of breakthroughs. Straight away, pitching the ball up. There's a little bit of confusion here, but Ahmed Tariq is too quick, and the throw wasn't quite powerful enough from Ismail.
It was a very good delivery from Saghir, straight up onto the good length, and could have been worse for Ahmed. Could have just chopped on back to the stumps. Nonetheless, good running. Straight away there was a yes from Imran, and they set off immediately.
Offside off stump, and it's going to be a wide. There was opportunity for the batter to really play that cut shot. Touch late, touch wide for him.
Here we can clearly see what Sahil is trying to do. He's got a deep third man, he's got a deep square leg, so the idea should be to just keep on bowling short and then vary your pace. Let the batters play across the line.
Oh, this is chipped in the air and just over the head. Well, that is a close shave for Imran. He gets away with it.
Yeah, this could have been an early exit for Imran. Lucky he survives. He wasn't pretty much sure with that shot. It seems like he was in two minds whether to go over the top or whether to just nudge it, but in the end it was a nothing shot. And lucky, there you go. I think he should have just taken the start behind the circle, the fielder.
Just enough piece of willow to avoid that fielder at mid-wicket. Nicely played. That is beautifully timed as well. Oh, that is a wonderful shot. That will give him a lot of confidence.
Yes, stamping his authority, Imran. Just a simple push. Don't try to hit it too hard. Just finding the gap. And that is raced away towards the boundary. Sahir pulling it a good length there. Nothing wrong with that delivery at all. It's just the class of this man Imran. So pleasing to the eye when he gets going.
Look at that for a shot. That's fantastic. And this is also indication of this track, how true it is. Down the leg side. It's going to be another wide. So not a great start for Sahir. Such a good surface here at 7 Districts ground here. The pitch. Few of the spectators, they are the players as well. Is Almas Ayub there resting, and Mohammad Irfan playing for Sharjah, just watching the action. Now this time pulled away, finds the fielder at square leg.
Well, at the moment, Emirates Blues are sitting at a very commanding position. 99 required, just 92 deliveries, one big over in their favour, and then it's going to be very difficult for Team Ajman to come back in this game, considering Emirates Blues, they've got some serious batting lineup. So, the captain needs to think and think fast.
Absolutely. Wasali, it's all about wickets. Emirates Blues, they got to keep a calm head. The batters in the middle. Ahmed Tariq is looking good. Imran is got off to a good start. It's all about occupying the crease. There's no demons in this pitch. It's such a wonderful wicket to bat on. So plenty of runs on offer if you just apply yourself. Again, that's brilliant stuff. That's where this youngster is so impressive. Playing it with soft hands and exactly knowing where the fielders are, rotating strike at will.
Yeah, he's looking very comfortable now in the middle and showing a lot of character is the youngster Ahmed Tariq. He knows how much they're chasing, so he's not going for those big shots. And that's not required at the moment. So really smart batting by both these batters in the middle.
Excellent stuff. Oh, looking to play a pull shot. It was too wide to fetch it through the leg side. That's the end of 5 overs. 44 for 1 Emirates Blues, and change of voices in the combox. Samir Yunus and Ahmed Khwaja comes in one more time.
Thank you very much, Asghar Khan and Awais Ali. Ahmed Tariq Exciting youngster, technically sound, off to a start here, 20 off 14. As the left arm spinner, who's already created a major impact in this game. Edged away, quick single. Good call by Imran Ayaz, even though there is a direct hit. So far making steady progress towards that target of 142. Keeping wickets in hand will be key here, Samir Yunus.
Yeah, they've done it the smart way. They didn't need to really go aggressive from the start. They know they aren't chasing too much. And given the way Ajman had started, they would have been a bit more careful in their approach, and it seems to be the smart way to go this.
A poor delivery, fired down the leg side. Fine leg giving chase, will just about rein it in. You cannot afford to give away these freebies defending a low score.
And 97 of 89 before that delivery. If they can keep the wickets and drag this game up to maybe the 14th, 15th over, then it should be quite comfortable for them. But Ajman will know they're just a couple of wickets away from creating some doubt.
Punched out towards that wide-ish long off region. Does not quite have the legs to go all the way. And poor running. They've only taken a couple. There should have been 3 at least.
Yeah, just on that part of the ground towards extra cover of the right-hander right now. It's a bit thick out there. The ball doesn't travel as fast as it does on the other parts. So you're right, they should have had 3 there. And those are the runs that will matter come the business end.
Very upright in his batting stance, Imran Ayaz. Tall lad. Just using his reach to push the ball away. Just keeping that scoreboard ticking. 50 up in the power play. So Emirates Blues doing it nicely.
Yeah, so far very steady and comfortable. Now the Blues, measured approach, done the job with the ball in hand. Although those last few overs in that first innings, they'd look back and think they would have been better off maybe being a bit more disciplined.
Yeah, that's the only blemish on their performance so far. The batting has been sound. The bowling for the most part was excellent, except in the slog overs. Just conceded, like you mentioned, maybe 20-25 runs too many. But overall, it's been a pretty confident showing from the young Blues side. Quicker one into the pitch and fielded by the bowler. So at the end of the power play, Emirates Blues looking pretty comfortable at 50 for 1. Mohammad Zuhaib fell early for 13, but after that, Imran Ayaz and Ahmed Tariq building up a partnership here. Plenty of batting to come. The likes of Usaid Amin, Kamran Atta himself, the hard-hitting wicketkeeper. So overall, pretty decent side for the Blues. Bit of a new look team they've got in this edition of the 7 Districts Presents Emirates D20. And you want to start the tournament off well. Saghir Khan, exciting all-rounder, will continue. First over, not the greatest we've seen from him.
Yeah, it's a bright prospect, isn't he? He's really made headlines in the recent past in the way he's performed in multiple tournaments. And therefore, he's been relied upon now by the Ajman team to try and get a breakthrough here. They need to pick up wickets regularly, Ajman, if they are to sense some sort of success in this match. Otherwise, they'll be left chasing the game. Nice little partnership building here between these two. They cannot allow this. And if there's anyone who can actually break that partnership, it's got to be this man. He's been in good form lately.
Yeah, terrific bowler. Gets that ball to swing, has that lively pace, surprises you. And a very quick, sharp bouncer. So let's see. He is a very attack-minded bowler, always searching for wickets. Right in the block hold, nicely bowled. And well watched by Imran Ayaz.
Almost a slow Yorker, that one. Did get him run by surprise, but he did manage to get his bat down on time. So here he's not express pace, but he's kiddie. Not the tallest of blokes, but he finds ways to somehow ask the right questions from the batters. Whatever the track is, he finds ways to trouble batters.
Yeah, he has the skill of moving the ball. That is key. Pulled in the air and nobody at short mid wicket. Lucky escape for Ahmed Tariq. Trying to pull off the front foot. Not an easy shot to execute.
Really mixing it up. A Yorker followed by a bouncer. He's not allowing the batters to set into a rhythm. But all of this will be in vain if they can't crack open this batting. They need to get a wicket here. And regular wickets if they are to stay in the hunt.
Lovely punch, but straight to the extra cover. Sometimes you don't get value for your shots, Samir.
Yeah, very often, in fact. Not sometimes. We've seen some beautiful strokes go straight to the fielder. They are really hanging in the balance right now. Maybe slightly in favour of the Blues, who are looking comfortable, but they will know as well that they cannot take too much time and get too comfortable out there.
Hard pull. There's a call for catch, but just in front of the fielder. So committed to that pull shot, but luckily just landed in front of the fielder on the onside.
Imran and Ahmed with a important partnership here for the Blues. 142 is what they're chasing. So less than 100 runs away.
Yeah, they'll need to produce something here, Ajman. Otherwise, as long as this partnership continues to develop, they'll take the game away. You do feel if they bat the 20 overs, Emirates Blues will get across the line relatively safely. And that's what I like about Saghir. He's always a cricketer that wants to make something happen. Oh, very awkward position on that short delivery. Doesn't seem to be too comfortable on the horizontal bat shots.
This is a much better over from him so far. Just 4 off it now. Skipper of Ajman, Nanun Mulk, will be hoping that one of his bowlers can put their hands up, deliver a special performance. The batters have let them down. But it's up to the bowlers now to try and salvage something out of this.
He goes for the big shot. And picks out the fielder. A rush of blood for Imran Ayaz. And that is a wicket produced by Saghir Khan out of thin air.
I'll tell you what, he planned this to perfection. He bowled bouncer after bouncer. And then just when the batter was expecting it to be another short one, he gave it full, tempted him to go for the big shot. And Ahmad Ahmed Khan down at mid-wicket does the needful. Very important wicket in the context of the game for Ajman. It's Imran Ayaz who has to walk back 14 of 12. Now 2 wickets down, Emirates Blue with 54 runs on the board at the end of the 7th over.
New batter coming in is Nasir Faraz, very talented, great player of spin. And it looks like there will be leg spin coming in the form of young Essam Matiurab. Tell us more about him, Samir.
Yeah, youngster, very talented, got a lot to offer. Plays his game with a lot of heart, loves being involved. You constantly see him in these parts of Ajman, watching games, following the games, and likes to be involved in these big games. But Nasir Faraz, who has just walked out, I think is the right kind of batter for Emirates Blues to have right now. They are in a bit of a tricky position with that second wicket. Nasir Faraz is the kind of player who will just buy his time and go about his business, creating a partnership here.
Straight to the extra cover. Needed to do more with that delivery. Ahmed Tariq. Yeah, I'm surprised Kamran Atta has held himself back in the batting order. Better delivery. And he's the kind of go-getter who can play that cameo, a breezy 25 of 30, and really wrest control of the game. But they've gone with the more conservative game plan here.
And that works right now. I think given the required run rate, it's not too much of a gap between runs and balls. He will, of course, have himself as that SOS call kind of batter. When things do go haywire, he might just come out and try and play a rescue act. But for now, I think they can afford to go like this. 7.5 runs per over. Pulled away towards long on. And they'll come back for the second. Good running this.
Yeah, the call immediately from Nasir Faraz was for 2. Hearing between the wickets. He's a swift runner between the 22 yards. Technically sound. Has the ability to counter attack the spinners as well. So like you mentioned, they just want to do it slow and steady, in no hurry.
Well done.
Just not pitching the ball full enough for my liking, Assam.
This is the second delivery that Nasir has pulled one from outside off stump. In fact, he's just come out. Hasn't really looked to go through the offside. But they're very technically sound batter generally. Pleasing to the eye when he plays his shots as well.
And the encouraging news is that because of the steady breeze we've had throughout the day, there doesn't seem to be dew about. So you can see Assam is getting plenty of turn. Better delivery. At least he's bowling to his field. Maybe not wicket-taking lines, but not costing too many runs so far.
Now this is the issue, isn't it? When you are defending a small target, you really have to rely on the batters making a mistake, especially on a track like this, where the batters are not uncomfortable, and in this case, not having to take a risk. It's quite easy for them just to nudge it around like this and pick up those quick ones and twos, keep the scoreboard ticking.
They are busy at the creases. Nasir Faraz doesn't play too many dot balls. Ahmad Tariq in a similar vein. And good to see him getting an opportunity to bat in the top 3. 60 for 2. Well, at this similar stage, Ajman were in deep, deep trouble. It was only Lovepreet Bajwa and Sohaib Khan who provided some resistance. And then Awais Ahmed with a thrilling cameo coming in at number 11. So the wicket taker will continue into his third over. 1 for 15. 82 of 72 on paper looks relatively straightforward, Samir.
Yeah, and the Blues will be hoping that they don't need to rely on a tail-ender to get them across the line. It needs to be the top-order batters, and it's also good for them to start off with a win in this tournament.
Oh, poor delivery, and he's very lucky. It went straight to the fine leg in the circle.
We've been praising Sahir Khan, and he almost embarrassed us there with that delivery. Should have been dealt with a boundary.
Yeah, that's his attacking mindset. He's always looking to take wickets. Perhaps at times overdoes it. But I'd rather have a man who looks for wickets than one who cannot provide them. Nicely whipped away. The call is for 2. No chance there. That was hit a bit too well. So you don't want both batters at the crease to be playing that steady innings. One of them should look to take some risks occasionally.
And it's got to be someone like Ahmed who's been there for a while, going at just over run a ball. He can afford to play a few strokes here and there. Nasir is a more conservative player, even in the way he carries himself as a batter. He'll look to play the longer innings.
Call is for 2. It's hit to the left of that deep mid wicket. That's excellent running between the wickets. It was a tight double, but they made it at time.
Hamad at mid-wicket has been kept busy in the last over and this. They've really peppered that leg side area, picked up a lot of runs. And like you said, the running between wickets has been good. Generally, with a slow target like this, you tend to relax and become complacent, but these two batters know the importance of keeping that scoreboard ticking, not get bogged down.
Yeah.
Trying to ride the bounce there. Nicely played. I just like that deep mid wicket fielder to maybe come into the circle. Don't allow that open gap on the onside. Just build that dot ball pressure, or at least attempt to.
Yeah, rather defensive right now, this field. Your very valid point that you make. You're almost allowing the batters to get those ones and twos quite easily, and that's not going to help them. Boundaries is not what these batters are looking for.
Flicked it away. And it's gone all the way for 6. What a tremendous shot from Ahmed Tariq.
Well, we thought the boundaries were dried up and it was difficult to find them. The ones and twos were coming quite easily. But Saghir has looked for an effort ball here. Juicy full toss on his hips and he simply helped it along its way over fine leg for a maximum.
Tremendous wrist work there from Ahmed Tariq. That's a wonderful shot. High full toss. Not easy to deal with at times. But he's got that bat speed. Playing a sparkling innings, the young lad. Very talented. Great runner between the wickets. Technically sound. And has that boundary hitting ability. And leaves that slower bouncer well alone. So that one bad delivery, yeah. 71 for 2. Asamat Europe to continue. Call is for 2 once again, but straight to the sweeper cover who was set more towards extra. You've got the field set very straight, but you're consistently pitching the ball short here, Samir.
Yeah, offering too much width for the batters to very comfortably push that away and get those ones. And at this juncture of the game, they'll be more than happy to keep doing that. You've got to be more attacking. Try and pitch it up, bring a slip in place, do something different.
Worked away towards the square leg region. And if you're wondering where you can watch all the action of the 7 Districts presents Emirates D20 2024, powered by Fancode, well, we're live streaming on YouTube on the SportsEye channel. So do tune in. Better delivery. That's a lot more like it. And good fielding at point as well.
And Nasir was looking to sneak in a single there. But Hamad has been very busy on the field and he has so far not made too many mistakes.
Yeah, the ball seems to be following him. Another short delivery. And to be honest, it's only the approach of the batters that has allowed Issam Mathurab to get away with this spell.
Yeah, he's been a bit short. He needs to be up there if his spin is to be effective.
Call is for 2 again, but once again straight to the mid wicket. Attacks the ball well there, Saghir. Always wants to be involved in the game, doesn't he?
So far, Emirates Blues doing this comfortably. Just on the cusp of that 10th over mark. Will be relatively comfortable with where they are. Cut away in the gap. Nicely done from Nasir Faraz.
Yeah, he's always looking for that back cut behind point. And this time, placed the ball exquisitely. And it spoiled the over for Assam. At the halfway stage, Emirates Blues sitting pretty. Time for drinks. Meanwhile, we will also take a short break as well. 79 for 2. So well ahead of the game currently are the Blues. Just run a ball stuff for the next 10 overs. And Hamad Ahmed Khan, well, he's certainly been warmed up, moving all over the park, will now turn his arm over. Seems to be going to bowl some off spin. Nasir Faraz off to a good start. Ahmed Tariq looking solid. Trying to use his feet. Squirted away towards mid wicket. The call is for 2. Yeah, but no need to take any risks here. So the Ajman bowling looking sort of innocuous, if I'm honest here. Where do they look for that wicket taking option? Bowled very full indeed, so at least the length is better from the finger spinner. But not really building any sort of pressure. Attempted sweep, polite inquiry, nothing more than that. Impact was clearly well outside off. And he's bowling it so full, it's difficult for the umpire to really judge from that line. Nasir Faraz, I think he's requesting for the cap to be brought out. And we've seen that Hamad trying to make something happen here, but not really seeing that bite in this Ajman bowling attack here, Samir.
Yeah, dropped shoulders. No real effort on display. No real creativity in the field set. It was a very basic plan. That has made life very easy for the Blues. Just a quick check on concussion. I think the ball has just struck him on the helmet, following protocol there.
Yeah, it was the ricochet of the attempted sweep. And good to see the physio out there making sure the health and well-being of all the players involved in the Emirates D20 is paramount. And big smile, so seems to be all right.
Yeah, remembers where he's from. Probably a question that they ask. Right, a bit of a break, but all's well, it seems.
Yeah, who are you, where are you, and why are you here?
Well, I hope he knows the answers to them.
So 62 needed of 57. They cannot allow the game to drift away here, Ajman. They need to make something happen. Adnan Ul-Mulk has rolled the dice with a non-frontline bowler. Nice punchy drive, but straight to the fielder. And he ran with the shot, Nasir Faraz. And we will go upstairs to the TV umpire.
Yeah, it was a good throw straight to Hamad. Had it been a direct hit, would have been much closer. But Nasir seems quite confident that he's made his ground. We'll have a look at the replay just to confirm. They also seem confident, Ajman. Adnan Ul-Mulk certainly believes that he's got his man.
Yeah, he hit that a bit too well to the extra cover. Great pick up and throw from Adnan Ul-Mulk. And Hamad did well, even though he got an awkward bounce. It has been a game of TV umpire replays, but given as not out relatively quickly.
Now just look at someone like Hamad. He's got a lot of experience captaining his own domestic side. I'm sure there's some ideas he could exchange with Adnan Ul-Mulk, the two senior men. They need to come up with something creative here. Right now, it's looking too easy for the Blues.
They've been very proactive with the sweep against him. Nicely fielded. Yeah, Awais Ahmed. He wasn't able to provide those flurry of wickets they needed in the power play. And since then, they've simply been in cruise control. Beautiful late cut again in the gap. Bit of a laboured chase after that. How well does he play that shot?
Yeah, he's a real proponent of that cut shot. Lots of wrist involved and does it very comfortably. Right, end of over number 11. Emirates Blues going along their merry ways. It's 84 for 2.
Beautiful, cool, late evening here at the 7 District Sports Club. Very pleasant conditions for cricket. Ahmed Tariq with a resolute 36 of 29. Assam into his third over. But I think he will admit himself he hasn't been quite as accurate as he would have liked. Hit me delivery, but he got away with it once again, and there could be a run out. It was an underarm throw, and no momentum on it at all.
There was a real opportunity here to create something out of nothing, but I wonder why there was no proper front arm throw there.
Steps into it, and it's gone all the way for 6. So finally he did overpitch the ball, but Ahmed Tariq was ready and whacked it down the ground for half a dozen.
He used the right word there, overpitched. And so far, Assam has offered nothing on the full. The moment he does, Ahmed Tariq, who's been batting for a while now, lashes on to it, a maximum.
Typically dropped it short, and he was ready for that one as well. And they'll run 2 on the misfield. And this is what I like about Ahmed Tariq. He has such a wide array of strokes.
And both these youngsters have, I think, shown us a great approach to this target. Very convenient for them to say there was a rush of blood, went for our shots, but they've understood the assignment, understood what's required from the two of them. They've gone about it in a very professional manner, understanding what's at hand, the task.
A very industrious innings from both batters. Occasional boundary, hard running between the wickets. Maintaining that scoring rate. And it's really looking tough to get through. Looking rock solid at the crease. Very fluent innings, 45 of just 33 for Ahmed Tariq. So the strike rate is good as well. Maybe they'll need to turn back to OS Ahmed to make something happen. That's the delivery you want to bowl, Assam. But it's taken you 2.5 overs to find it.
Yeah, but when you are going into the halfway stage with not much to your name, not a big total, it's quite possible that your shoulders drop quite early. But that's where the captains and the seniors have to step in. Give them the confidence saying, right, we've got the runs on the board, let's make a game out of this. If they can bowl well, we can do so too. But unfortunately, we've not seen that fire and that bite from the Ajman bowlers.
Good looking punch out to the sweeper cover. So Emirates Blues rolling along nicely here. 95 for 2. So Hamad will continue for his second over. Less than a run ball required though. And spin doesn't feel the way forward.
Yeah, with 8 wickets in hand, this should be a walk in the park for the Blues. They've done well in this chase. Gone about it in a very professional manner. Haven't been too phased by the occasion. They've understood what's required. On a track that hasn't been all that great for batting, but they've certainly been on a very measured approach.
Yeah, just can't seem to find an avenue to build any sort of pressure on the pair at the crease. They're rotating the strike very easily, getting the occasional boundary. Hit hard towards that wideish long off region, but only going for a single. So they've never really been bogged down. And even though Nasir Faraz 18 of 15, but he's never really looked in trouble.
With the spin towards fine. And that's another thing that they've done really well, Ahmad. They've played the ball to its merits, haven't really forced the issue. When it's been on the offside for the cut, they've gone through with the shot. When it's been full, they've played.
Trying to open up, not quite connecting. Yeah, we can certainly see there is spin on offer, but they just haven't been consistent enough, even though Hamad has bowled relatively better than Assam. Just a shake of the head, not quite going their way. And they've just pitched it short a few times too many for my liking. Good fielding by Sagir. But once again, if you don't bowl in the right areas, you won't get the reward.
Easy going for these two youngsters. Nasir, in the last over or so, just has seemed like he wants to cut loose a little bit. It's in a couple of balls where he's looked to muscle it.
And he has muscled that one. But straight to the fielder. Well, Hamad Ahmed Khan, the move has worked.
Yeah, the signs were there from Nasir Faraz. He just looked to try and go a bit more aggressive in the last few balls. And this one, he's looked to go for the slog sweep against Hamad. But Saghir Khan was down there. And a good running catch from the youngster. And finally, they've managed to break this partnership. But is it a little too late? That is the question they'll be asking.
100 for 3. He was looking good, but he's thrown it away. And he's given Ajman the slight opening here. Well, in comes the captain at number 5. Runner ball stuff. So it will be interesting to see his approach. Usually he likes to bash the ball hard. Hit from the crease. Meanwhile, Ahmed Tariq on the verge of a milestone. And he gets it with the quick single. Direct hit could have been interesting. But that is a well-made half century for young Ahmed Tariq. Well played.
Yeah, very well done. Youngster being shown faith by the Emirates Blues management, and he's delivered with a fine half century. Has been a measured innings, has played the ball to its merit, and he's shown us signs of what a good player he can be.
Well, Kamran Atta, his approach will be interesting. Just 40 runs away. Will he just knock it about like Nasir Faraz, or will he look to counter-attack and finish this game early? Nicely whipped away. The call is for 2. And they're running very hard between the wickets. Great stamina shown by Ahmed Tariq there.
He's been out there for a while, and he's the one pushing for the second. Now, Ajman's captain must be telling his bowlers, we're just 2 good balls away. Pick me a couple of wickets. And then you'll see some kind of pressure coming into the Emirates Blues there. Still had runner ball required. Couple of wickets can change things very quickly here.
Yeah, can they cause a panic? Beautifully bowled, but equally well played by Kamran Atta. He's showing a new side of his batting, if I'm very honest. Usually seen him in the previous D tournaments absolutely carting the bowlers to all areas. Big 6-hitter. But maybe given the captaincy, that extra responsibility. Beautiful punch off the back foot. Long chase for the fielder in the deep. And he's done well to keep them to a single.
Yeah, right. Generally, Kamran is a very big hitter of the ball. Likes to come and play his strokes. But today he's taken the more sedate approach.
Hard pull. And in the gap. Poor delivery to conclude his spell. And they've got the boundary they needed.
Yeah, you can be watchful, but not against a delivery like that. Dragged down from Isam Mathiurab. And he's rocked onto the back foot very quickly, has Kamranatha. And hit that in the gap more importantly. 4 to end the over. Expensive one from Isam. It's 109 for 3.
Well, wickets have been shared by Ismail Sagir Khan and Hamad Ahmed Khan. But substantial partnerships. Leading edge. And they'll still not take the single, rather erring on the side of safety.
Yeah, there's no need to take risks at this stage of the game. Run a ball from here on. 33 of 35, in fact. Can Hamad provide another breakthrough just to cause a bit of jitter?
Oh, good delivery there. Plenty of big turn. Ahmed Tariq wanting to lash that behind point. Didn't expect that ball to come in so sharply.
Yeah, good to see a bit of turn on offer. Unfortunately, the spinners haven't been able to extract much of it. Hamad, though, not your regular bowler. Part-time, to say the least.
Oh, that was a firm drive. Ricocheting off the boot. Yeah, it will be interesting to see in the upcoming match between Fujairah and Sharjah, both in desperate need of a victory, what the captains, if they win the toss, will decide, because the dew has stayed away so far. It's about 8:30 p.m. local time. So maybe they will fancy having a bat first.
I'm a big advocate of runs on the board. Oh, full toss. He's pulled that away. I wonder if the umpire will have a think about it. In fact, no, it's been given a legal delivery. Got away with that one, Hamad.
Yeah, to say the least. Caught Kamranatha off guard there. Nelson on the board. Will it prove to be unlucky for either side? Oh, it is! It is for Ahmed Tariq. Once again winding up for the big shot. And that turn has got him caught in bold.
It's the unlikeliest of bowling options that has worked for Adnan Mulk. Hamad Ahmed picking up a couple of important wickets here. Both the set batters now have departed. Will this create a bit of an upset here? Just floating it up there, slightly quicker. Tariq played a nothing shot really. He's looked so good throughout this innings, but this was completely out of the ordinary, and Hamad completes a simple cotton ball. But Tariq, a good innings, half century, 52 of 43, couple of sixes and couple of fours. Now Blues will have a bit of a doubt in their mind. It's 111 for 4.
Right then, 111 for 4. They are back in the game, team Ajman. Emirates Blues, they were going along so nicely, and now Ajman certainly do sniff that they have a chance. What a tremendous over from Hamad. 15 gone, 112 for 4.
112 for 4 after 15 overs. Emirates Blues looking comfortable. Just lost that wicket of Ahmed Tarek, who is well settled. And 30 of 30, it's all about wickets. They need a miracle at this stage. They not only need one wicket, they need a couple of wickets back to back to just create that chaos in the dugout.
It looks quite simple on your screen, 30 in 30 balls. Just run a ball from here onwards. But then again, Ajman are making it very difficult for Emirates Blues. Each and every run is hard to come by. I think they are doing a brilliant job, and by no means this match is over.
Yeah, they're fighting hard, and that's good to see. That's all you can do. No game is over until it's over, so this sort of situation, it looks like a dead rubber in terms of the run rate, but then again, a couple of more wickets, there could be a panic. Around the wicket, good delivery there. That was the off cutter from West. A bit of a leading edge, gets off strike.
Yeah, that is not a bad option to be coming around the wicket, left armour, trying to create an angle, trying to get that in swinging going in his favour. So now a huge responsibility will come to the senior statesman, Kamran, who has vast experience, and all that experience will need to come into play in this game.
Yeah, very experienced cricketer. He's got to just bat normally. He's an aggressive player. Good stuff. And a quick single as well. They're pushing for the second, not there. Smartly played. He knew that something is coming at the toes. Nicely digged out.
Yeah, that is all they need from here onwards. These batters, they have to just keep on rotating strike, pick up those singles, wait for those odd bad deliveries, not try to play those big shots at this point of the game. Just take this game deep, and I think the match is pretty much in the hands of Emirates Blues at the moment.
Yeah, they got to be sensible at this stage. No pressure whatsoever in terms of the run rate, so can afford to take a bit of time. A foolish delivery and opening the face. That Yorker. And young leg spinner does well. Bit of soccer skills, keeps it to a couple of runs.
Yeah, inching closer now are Emirates Blues. Couple of value-added runs into the telly. So some smart batting coming in from both these batters. Ozaid will have to show a lot of character here. We know at times he likes to play those big shots. Gets a little carried away. And that is not the demand of the situation currently.
Wes would love to pick up a wicket or two here for his team. Another slow delivery. And intelligent batting there. Direct hit. But he's safe. Wes has bowled at least 3 off-cutters in this over. So he's looking for something to just grip in this surface. Looking for an opportunity. He's got mid-off up in the circle. He's got covers as well. That was the direct hit. No damage done. The mode of dismissal he's looking. He's just trying for a miscue drive somewhere in the covers at mid-off. Very good delivery.
Yeah, perfect line of where he's trying to go for the Yorker, pulling in the block hole. And every dot ball from here onwards is going to be goal dust, I believe, Oscar. What they need to ensure is stop the boundaries. Let them take those singles. And from the point of view of Ajman, when they will be thinking is just take this game till the last over and then see what's going to happen. At the moment, the focus should be not to just go for those boundaries.
Absolutely. It's about taking the game deep and hoping for a brilliant over somewhere. That's the bowling card. Unfortunately, not enough wickets at the top. Whereas wicketless, none for 21. 2 wickets for Hamad Ahmed, and 1 wicket each for Mohammad Ismail and Sahir. Mathurab bowled well at times, got a little bit of turn as well. They need desperately wickets here. A brilliant over here and there, Abbas can really turn the game around.
Yeah, and what's good to see that they've used 5 bowlers, and even when Ajman, I beg your pardon, Emirates Blues, when they were bowling, even they used just 5 bowlers. So relying on their bowling options, nicely played down the ground, just a single.
And that's all they need. Is you just rotate the strike and hopefully a decent over of around 10 runs per 10 run over somewhere will really close this game down.
Yeah, Hamad, he's bowling his last over now, and then after that, Owais, he's got 1 under his sleeve. Ismail, he's got 1. Sahir, he's got 1. So now it's going to be very important how he's going to rotate his bowlers and who's going to be bowling the 17th, or beg your pardon, 18th, 19th, and 20 over. So we are in for an excellent contest here.
And that's where the captaincy comes in. You got to make those crucial calls at the right time. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, but I'm sure Adnan al-Mulk will be having a plan.
Yeah, and also I wouldn't mind the square leg fielder who's at the deep position now, maybe come in the circle.
Another single, yeah, exactly to that fielder. Well, they need an extra man at this stage of the game to bring in the ring and stop that single somewhere on the onside.
Yeah, especially when you're bowling to Usaid. He's not trying to go for those big shots. Well, Kamran, it's going to be very risky if you do that. But against Usaid, I think you can afford to do that and just apply some extra pressure on the batter.
Nicely done again. This is all too easy at the moment. Somehow they got to stop these singles.
Yeah, and that is only if they pick wickets, Oscar. Otherwise, it seems like this match is pretty much going from their hands. 20 in just 19 delivery, 6 wickets in hand. Tossed up delivery, it's been clubbed towards the mid wicket and sails over the fence maximum.
That's a clear blow. Atta, he's a very good striker of the ball, Kamran Atta, and that was a crucial blow coming in at the right time to ease a bit of pressure. Working the ball around the gaps, and then that big 6 really helps their cause. 128 for 4 after 17.
Well, that one blow in the last delivery of that last over has completely changed the game in the favour of Emirates Blues. And there you go, that's just the margin of a couple of overs in a T20 format. A good over for either of the teams. It just changes the whole scenario, I would say. And now Owais will certainly would want to get a breakthrough. It's getting very easy for Emirates Blues.
That's the problem when you're defending a modest total of S. You have to pick up wicket consistently, and that's the only way you can stay in the game. Emirates Blues, they are just inching closer. 13 of 17. It should be a walk in the park.
Yeah, and also if you notice, Asghar, the fielders are coming from behind the circle. So they're coming from way behind, and that is why even in the circle they're easily taking those singles.
Just going through the motions. You can't allow these singles to be taken. You got to have a short mid wicket in, at least 2 or 3 extra fielders in the ring, because the game is already drifted away from you. The only chance you have a couple of dot balls, maybe force a batter to play a risky stroke, and in that process you can pick up a wicket and make further inroads.
Yeah, absolutely, Asghar. Otherwise, they'll just finish the game in the 19th over if this keeps on going. Easy singles on offer.
Apesh, third man and away from him, just short of that man. That was a quick delivery.
Yeah, not a bad option of S. He was getting a little too predictable, bowling those Yorkers in the block hole. But then this was a good option, trying to go short and almost getting the better of a set. So just 11 more runs in 15. Both the batters, well, what they have to ensure, not do anything silly. No need of those heroic singles and doubles are going to do them a good job.
Absolutely. And Ajman fielders, they're just going through the motions at the moment. Another slow delivery. It's been a good spell from Vas, but not enough pressure applied in the ring, especially in his second spell when the game is on the line. You need wickets and you need dot balls. You got to force the batters to do something silly.
Absolutely. I think they're just 20 to 25 runs short on this surface. As you can see, the ball is coming really nicely onto the bat. We saw 200 being scored in the second game of this tournament. It was chased successfully.
A very good Yorker. And how can you take a single? That is my question, Wes Ali. We were taught very early on in our cricketing career by a few of the coaches that if you're fielding in the ring, you're supposed to stop the ones. And if you're not able to stop the ones, then there's no use of standing there.
Yeah, quite certainly, and especially when you're defending just 10 runs and 13 deliveries. There's no margin of error. You need to stop these singles, which are just coming quite comfortably for the batters.
Wrapped in the pads, big shout. And perhaps that angle may have got that delivery down the leg side. He was convinced, he was up in a flash. Wes Kashif, the umpire, is unmoved. Look at that replay. Clearly missing leg stump. Good call by the umpire. Got excited, like every bowler does. That's the end of the over. 133 for 4 after 18.
Well, there's a bit of a mini meeting going on from Team Ajman, and that is certainly required from here onwards. 9 in just 12 deliveries, so they'll have to come out with a plan. Just think out of the box, do something different from here onwards. It's pretty much done and dusted for them. But then, talking about this man, Sahir, well, I strongly believe if there's one man who can change the complexion of this game, it is this man, Sahir.
It's a big ask, but he's got the talent. He needs the fielders to support him in a sense that if I were captain here, I would bring everybody in and take a punt. Played away towards third man. Is going to be a couple of runs, maybe 4. We'll have to wait for the umpire signal. And it's a boundary.
Well, not very good bowling, but then again, smart batting by the batter. It was a short delivery, a bouncer. He waited right till the end. There you go. Just guiding it beautifully towards third man region, knowing the fielder was in the circle, so it was always going to go away from him. A very, very good shot and smart batting, showing some great game awareness there.
Not a great delivery, especially when you're defending 9, and very casual effort in the deep as well. Bowl a fuller length, have the fielders up in the ring and hope to create some pressure. Easier said than done. And this one has been clipped away. They're pushing hard again and coming back for the second.
I think credit needs to be given to these two batters in the middle. They came in at a stage where a couple of wickets had fallen down in a jiffy, but then they kept their calmness, they kept their composure, and have played a very sensible knock in the middle. Just 14 runs from 11, and Kamran 19, 14 haven't really scored big, but these are very valuable runs for their side.
It's all about getting the job done. Foolish delivery outside off stump. Played away to the sweeper. With only few runs to go, why would you have a sweeper at this stage? It is just not been proactive enough from Ajman, especially in the latter stages. Last 5 overs, you got to attack a lot more.
Full toss and straight into the hands of the fielder. 5 meters either of the sides, this would have gone towards the boundary.
So he gets one. Full toss, slightly wrong on middle leg stump, and he gets away with it. It was a juicy full toss. Nevertheless, just 2 away. Ajman. Oh, hits him on the helmet. And made a noise as well. My earphones, that could be nasty.
Yeah, and I'm sure he might be just going through a concussion test. That ball just coming in really sharply towards him and playing a little early. That's the reason it just struck on his helmet. Yeah, there you go. He's indicating that you just waited your pace and got me there. Oh, hope he's okay.
Certainly looks okay. He was through the shot a little early. It was the off-pace, slow bumper, but still, it hurts. He's got the smile. He's a character. He's a tough little man. And the physio is asking him those questions. You had any experience coming late in the order some days?
Yeah, well, I had, but we're in the second last over of this game, so maybe in the next match I could tell you a few stories, Oscar.
Very naughty stuff there. Vasily. He knocked few while he was bowling in his younger days. Fast bowler. Very aggressive character.
Right then, just one hit away, Emirates Blues to register their first win in this tournament. Last delivery. Beautifully played. Very good batting by Kamran. He'll take the single and will retain strike in the next over. The scores are level. 1 run to win. It's 141 for 4 in 19. Well, this has been a very comprehensive and a clinical performance by the young side of Emirates Blues. Looks to be a very promising and talented side. They've got a few youngsters. They have been given a chance. Ahmed Tariq, well, once again putting up a show, getting a great start for his team. Played a very sensible innings. It's going to be Wajid, the sixth bowler, sixth change, who's going to be bowling the last over of this game. With provided, hammered really hard. One bounce into the fence, and that's going to seal the deal.
That's a magnificent victory, a comfortable victory for Emirates Blues, and once again the trend continues, the chasing team getting over the line in this tournament, third time. This is the third game of the tournament. Beautifully played by Kamran Atta. Vital little knock coming in from the skipper. Just finished the job. It was all set up. The moment he won the toss, and the bowlers Wasim Akram and Mohsen early on started off well, some very good fielding and then some clinical batting.
Yeah, absolutely. They were terrific in all three departments. First with the ball, just using 5 of their bowlers, and all of them delivered, ball in the right areas, picked up wickets for the team, and they were in a very commanding position in the first innings, and after that ensured the batting department does a good job, and have they not, they have won this game comfortably in the last over on the very first ball. Handshakes all around. Early days for Team Ajman, but they're going to take a lot of learning and experience from this loss.
That's the batting guard. Zuhaib fell early for 13. 52 impressive runs from Ahmed Tariq. Imran made 14. 20 for Nasser. Faraz Kamranat at 24 unbeaten of 18. And Usaid also chipped in with 17. With 5 extras, they get home quite comfortably. A 6-wicket victory for Emirates Blues. As far as the bowling is concerned, Awais bowled economically well, but not enough wickets from him. He had to strike early on. 1 wicket for Ismail and 1 wicket for Sahir and 2 wickets for Hamad Ahmed. Ajman were a bit short as far as the total is concerned on this track. And that's the match summary of the match number 3. 7 Districts presents Emirates D20, powered by Fancode. Ajman batting first, 141, bowled out. Top scored by Lavpreet Singh with 43. Awais Ahmed chipped in with a brilliant cameo towards the end, 38 of 16. 3 wickets for Naveed Ahmed Khan, 2 wickets each for Harshit and Mohsin. 145 was chased down quite comfortably. Emirates Blues doing a fantastic job. Ahmed Tariq led the way with 52. We will take a short break and we'll be back with the post-match presentation ceremony.
सही है।
Two, three, how now? Welcome to the post-match presentation ceremony. It's day 2 of the 7 District Presents Emirates D20 2024 powered by Fancode. We've just concluded the game between Emirates Blues and Ajman. Emirates Blues winning this one quite comfortably in the end. They might have had a scare with that last-minute flurry from the Ajman batters. However, that 142 was just not enough as they clinically performed with the bat and got through the innings quite comfortably. I've got Mr. Ali Kamran, the umpire, to give away the Player of the Match award and the Player of the Match with a brilliant half-century at the top of the order for the Blues. It is Ahmed Tariq. 52 of just 43. He was out there at the top of the order compiling those runs. You'll collect your memento first. Then we'll have a chat with you, Ahmed. Very well done, Ahmad. Before I get to your batting, let's talk about the innings break, because you were bossing the game with the ball in hand at 90 odd for 9 at one point. But did you think you gave away too many runs in the end? What was the discussion in the middle of the game?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yeah, first of all, thanks to Allah Almighty for my performance. And I think, yes, we were getting them all out near the 100. But of course, the last 30 runs with the West hitting those was amazing. And then, of course, we were like 30 runs more. But it was a good wicket to bat on. It was just coming slow, so my plan was just to stay there and execute, played late, and Alhamdulillah, I'm happy I did for my team.
Your partnership with Nasir was very impressive. Both of you are youngsters. What are the learnings you've taken from this innings and in general playing for a team like this?
Yeah, I think it's all about the brain. You just need to calm your head. Don't go for the false shots and wait for the loose balls. Once you get them, you just execute and play on the merit.
You played very well, well done, and we hope that you keep scoring runs for your team.
Inshallah. Thank you so much.
Ahmed Tariq, our player of the match from this encounter between the Blues and Ajman. We've got one more game coming up, so don't go anywhere. But for now, that's all from the 7 District Stadium here in Ajman.